Hi everyone, my name's Elle, and welcome back to the Order of Narvosc. This is session 14, Bookworms and Clever Slugs. I hope you enjoy.
We were in the classroom and then we decided to go to the underground. And on our way there, we got stopped by a little girl who the professor scared with death, essentially. And then he starting his existential crisis uh, for the rest of the night. And then we found the giant tower where the staircase went down. And then as we were going into the underground, we saw Beltov enter the Clever Slug, and he was wearing his war clothes. So I don't know what that means. But then as we kept walking, we saw this bright window called of a store called Spectral Oddities, where the professor and Belfi both got familiars. And then we went to the tattoo shop where we all got some really cool tattoos. And then as we were leaving from the tattoo shop, we got attacked by a group of bandits because we were pegged for topsiders, apparently. So we got into a little spat there, and then I believe Ruin made an enemy now, so we have to look out for that. And then as we were making our way to the bookstore, we came across Hex Brews, where Velfi went in, talked to the shop owner, got some juicy information, and left. And then we were on our way to the bookstore.
Perfect. Yeah, so you all had just opened the door to the bookstore and got like this big like waft of old parchment, old books, old leather bindings. Like this is a very old smelling bookstore.
So it's like Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like lots of old paper, lots of leather. Like it smells, if you like books, this smells really nice. And as you all walk in, you see like it's dimly lit, but you see from floor to ceiling books upon books upon books upon books. And some of the shelves are a little dusty, but you will notice a little goblin. He's light green, older, very short, and he's covered in little dark green freckles, sitting behind his counter, and he is reading a book named The Enchanted Chronicles of Eldoria, Shadows of the Celestial Realm. And you see him turn a page, almost like he's so enamored by this book, he hasn't picked his head up to look at you. Yeah.
Has Friedrich ever heard the term Eldoria? Does he know is that a fiction book or is this a history book?
You don't know.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. We just happened across your shop, and you got a lot of books.
Yes, I like books. I'm Lute. What can I do for you?
I don't know. I mean, we were just kind of, I think some of us were interested in some type of literature. So I don't know if maybe you could show us like different types of categories that you have, or you have, I don't know, do you have a system or something?
Oh, well, I'm not very good at organization. I just kind of put books where I think they look the prettiest. But what kind of literature are you looking for?
So she's gonna walk up to him. I'm assuming he's like at a counter or something.
He is at a little counter.
Okay.
And he's going to put his book down and just kind of like fold one of the edges of the page he was on and close his book.
Okay. My heart died a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna walk up to him and in a lower voice, a bit quieter, she's going to ask him if do you have anything on the Shadow Realm and love potions?
Oh, the Shadow Realm. Yeah, I think I have something on that, but love potions, no. That is Maka's territory. She actually made those. I don't know anything about it. She hasn't really written anything down. Probably because she doesn't want anybody stealing her stuff. I can imagine. She probably wouldn't want people stealing her stuff.
I imagine Maka is the owner of the...
You get the
potion
sense of how he's talking about it. Yeah, Maka is the owner of the hex brew.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, yeah, definitely interested on anything you have on the Shadow Realm.
Okay. And he's just going to kind of like look around at his shelves for just a bit. And he's going to scoot off his little stool, and he shrinks even more as he like hops off this little stool. He probably would come up to, how tall is Velfie?
Like 5'6".
5'6". Lute probably comes up about to her like thighs as he just kind of like waddles around. He's got like this little old man waddle as he starts looking at his shelves. And
and then, oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
As he's looking, she's going to cast message. And she's going to also ask, I'm also looking for information on Terravota and souls, particularly how souls are formed and how deals with souls work. But I'll take anything you have on souls.
And he's going to continue walking like you never sent a message, like he doesn't have your voice in his head. Mm-hmm. But very quickly he responds back, "Oh, you like the illegal stuff. Okay, let's go."
She's going to try and stifle a grin.
So that means like we didn't hear that part, right? Okay.
You did not hear it. And for the rest of you,
I'm looking for a journal that was handwritten.
oh,
And then she'll describe what it looks like.
I have a lot of handwritten journals. And he's just going to point to one of the further sections in the back. And you see like old journals that like don't have titles on the bindings, and like all these pretty different color leathers or hide journals that he's been collecting over the years. So I have a lot. But
Is it fine if I look through them?
Oh yeah, go ahead, and I could try to help you in a bit.
Sounds good.
And as you're walking back there, you notice a little deep gnome.
Do I recognize them?
You do recognize them.
What are they doing?
Oh buddy, I'm just He's like very like quietly saying this to himself as he's like rummaging through like some of the books. Oh, it's gotta be around here somewhere.
She'll lean on the shelf and is like, "What are you up to?"
Hi. Oh, I've missed you. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. And he's just gonna like nuzzle up against you, like give you this big old hug, and like he's little.
Yeah. She'll kind of just pat his back. She knows he doesn't like to be rubbed on the head, so she'll just pat him on the back. She's very tempted.
Oh my dearest friend, I have missed you. Oh goodness, I'm looking for a book, and I'm in the best place for books, but there's a lot of books here, and I can't figure out where the damn book is.
All right, what book is it you're looking for?
Anything on this Shadow Syndicate that I could possibly find, but I can't find it.
Why are you looking for Into the Shadow Syndicate?
Because I think my dumbass brother Dax has joined. You know Dax, he's always getting into trouble somehow, and I think he's gotten himself into this. And you would know that Dax is his brother. And you weren't very close with Dax, but you kind of get the idea Dax would not be far from this kind of stuff. But I can't find anything on the Shadow Syndicate is almost like, I can't tell if they just don't want to exist or if they're just hiding or if they're new. I can't figure it out, but I know he's going to get into trouble and I need to go help him and I don't know how.
Yeah, we just fought a couple.
Oh,
Well, I think they were. I don't even know if they were part of it, but no. I don't know. I don't know, but it was mentioned.
it was mentioned. What kind of people were they working with? Like, are they nice? Or I
No.
very seriously doubt. Yeah, I had a feeling they would.
No,
be very
they like
nice.
to chomp people.
Oh, they chomp people.
They chomp people, yeah.
Oh, that's new. I didn't hear about that.
I think.
What kind of chomping?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. So we're not 100% sure if they chomp. I don't think Dax would chomp very well. You know, his teeth are kind of flat. They always have been.
Trying to remember what
I think the vampire or the vampires were sent from pleasures to
take care
keep
of
an
the
eye
syndicate.
on the syndicate.
Is that
If
correct?
that letter was the vagueness of the letter was
We
or
didn't
that
fight
letter
them.
was. Oh no, I killed one of the vampires.
And that are the vampires part of the Shadow Syndicate?
You would get the idea from the letter you all
Yeah.
read that the vampires were not a part of the syndicate, maybe under some kind of
Okay.
false guise,
Oh,
But-
then
more
Okay.
so sent there to keep an eye on the Shadow Syndicate because this city is mine.
So the Shadow Syndicate might not like the fact that,
they might
there's-
not. Then
or
I
they
would
might
tell,
not care.
Yeah, I'll tell Pax. I was just like, I could be wrong. I don't know if that is the case. The letter wasn't very clear.
Oh,
so-
letters. There's a letter.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to even remember what it said. She'll take it out and hand it to Pax. I don't know what it said.
And he's just like gonna take little glasses from his like pocket and put them on as he like reads over the letter. Oh. Ooh. And he's gonna look up at you with his little glasses on, like peering over the tops of them. Well, this isn't good tidings, is it?
No, probably not.
Oh dearie, okay. Okay, well, then I definitely need to get Dax out, and I need more information on this syndicate. This syndicate. And he's looking and looking and looking. Oh, but you're in a bookstore. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a journal that a friend wrote.
Ooh, okay. Well, maybe I could take a break from this because clearly I'm not having any luck here. But maybe I can have luck with helping you. And he's going to try to help you find this book. And if you will roll me an investigation check at advantage.
With advantage. Okay.
As he's like rummaging through the lower parts of the shelves and you're hitting the higher parts of the shelves. And he just keeps pulling them out. Is this it? Nah, that doesn't look like it. Is this it? No.
19.
19. All right, with that 19, you're going to find it. And it was on one of the top shelves. And it's this dark brown, elegant, leather-bound journal with these pretty tool works in it. And when you open it, it's got such beautiful handwriting. Like so beautiful, very elegant scripture. And you
She'll
know
trace
that this
some of
is it.
This is it.
And as
She'll
you're
trace the familiar handwriting and just like close it and cling close to it.
but in your head,
Please let it lie. Don't get involved.
I'll do my best. Just wanted a piece of you.
Please don't learn what is in that book.
How can I?
You were always smart. You are always smart. Please stay away from it.
And you know that his voice sounds very gentle, very caring. And you can tell that there's a hint of fear in there as you find his book. And while this is happening, Velfi and Lute are like, Lute has walked off and is looking through some of the books that he has. And for you two, well, I'm looking for, fancy stuff.
Well, this is the underground, right? Sort of the explicit bookstore.
Lute's just gonna like furrow his eyebrows for a second and just stare at you as he stopped looking and just turns to you. You know what? I'd prefer if you didn't call it that.
I'm sorry, I've only begun to get out much.
I can tell.
Yes, I'm working on it, trying not to stand out so much. I know you're busy with Velfi's request, but perhaps while you're looking, if you have anything on the history of this plague we find ourselves in, this virus, if any such thing exists, if anyone's had the calm to write about history in a crisis like this, and something I know very little about, if you have anything about the nature of the soul.
Doing a lot of soul work. And for you, big guy, you're a lot taller than me. And he like comes up to like your ankles almost. Like he's short.
What? So like, how? Just for perspective for Ruin, how like, am I uncomfortable in here? Like, is it like, am I kind of like hunched over in the?
It's surprisingly large because they
okay.
Lute has little ladders he can climb up if he needs to.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not uncomfortable. Unless you're uncomfortable with how short he is, you got plenty of room.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's normal for me to be on average a little bit taller than everybody. So, I don't know if it's a weird request, but obviously I stand out from the average person that's around. If you have anything towards like people like me, Goliaths, anything like that I
I can find something. And he's going to start pulling some books out as he knows pretty much what he's looking for. And the first book he pulls out, Velfi asked for, what did Velfi ask for first?
Shadow Realm?
Shadow Realm. He's going to pull out Portals of Possibility, Discovering Hidden Realms by Tagon Narvosc.
Okay.
And it's thick and it's old.
be thick.
Just like Friedrich.
And he pulls this book out and he sniffs and sniffles as all the dust like pretty much flies off the cover of the book. Well, I found one. And he's going to hand it to you.
She's going to take it.
So, how this works, I'm excited because I can now tell you about this. You can either purchase these books individually or you can get a book card.
A book cart?
It's technically more of a button, but book button.
Book button.
Yes, so how the book button works is you pay 50 gold pieces for the button, but if you have the button, I know that you're a member, and I can lend you books for 2 weeks at a time. But you have to bring it back at the end of 2 weeks, or I charge you a gold piece for every day that it is late. I do have some people who have like hundreds of gold pieces charges because they never brought my book back.
Oh no.
I don't know if they died or if they just never came back. I'd prefer to think that they just died.
You know what? Hopefully that's the case. Okay.
But yes, so we have the book button, or you could purchase these books individually.
How much would these books run individually?
That one alone is 30 gold pieces.
Okay. Do you mind if I think about it?
Oh, yeah, of course. And then he's going to go back to looking at some other books. And he's going to pull another book out that kind of looks like a personal journal, but it's stored away here because it almost fits with these research books. And this one. And he's going to pull out, it's a very well kept, like leather journal, like research notes, named the Shadowfin's virus. And he's going to hand it to you, Friedrich.
Did I overhear the book button conversation?
I'd say you're standing there. Yeah, you heard it.
Am I familiar with the concept of a library, or is this like a novel thing in Sydonea?
This is a novel thing in Sydonea.
Very interesting. Can I just sort of thumb through the book? What's it look like, and sort of?
It's very plain, but it looks like somebody's research notes. You can give me an investigation check to see kind of what you pick up from it from a skim.
Well,
with a 12, you get the idea that somebody, this is from about 150 years ago, so pretty early. And it almost looks like chicken scratch because somebody was writing in it so frantically. But you do pick up on one thing. Something went wrong and it's out of control.
what was the title of the book again? The Shadowfin's virus?
Shadowfin's virus.
And I haven't heard the term Shadowfin before.
You have not.
No, I'm not. My good loot. How much would it be to take this book off your hands?
Well, that one's 50 gold pieces, or you can buy a book button.
Okay, I too will need to consult with myself about this, but thank you. Could you maybe hold it somewhere? You know, if I come back, that way you won't have to dig through all your stock again.
Yes, of course, sure. And he's going to take the two books he's pulled out so far and like stash them underneath his desk as he leaves the desk again and starts rummaging through like one of the shelves a little further off. And he pulls out another book, and the stone, or not stone, the book cover looks like stone as he pulls it out. And it looks heavy as he like picks it up. It's not very thick though, but the book is heavy. Okay, I am either really old or I actually start lifting this book for, muscles, but I don't have any of those, so that's not going to really work. But Goliaths, and this, the title on this book is actually just Goliaths. Here you go, because you are quite a rarity.
I'm gonna take the book from him and just kind of stare at it for a minute.
And it's heavy.
What would I've heard the book button conversation. How much would this cost me to?
That one is 35.
I will also think about it. You finish searching, and then I'm gonna like thumb through it, I guess, while he's searching for other people's books.
Okay, if you want me to hold it, it would be a pleasure if you took it behind my desk whenever you're done flipping through it, because I don't want to have to walk all the way over there. My little legs are very tiny and I'm very tired. That is a very heavy book. But thank you. Yes, I am going back to searching. And what was the first thing from the message that Velfi sent that she asked for?
Terravota.
Terravota. He is going to immediately go to a far back corner of his bookstore and pull out another book. And it is like thick, like an encyclopedia book thick. And he's going to like grasp it in both like arms and kind of like waddle back to you. Okay. Terravoda. This is a history of Terravoda by Gibeon Izakor.
Hi.
And he's still holding it because this book is a little too thick for his hands to grab.
And she's gonna offer her hands out to pick up the book.
He's going to do this awkward like little squat and try to like push it towards you because it's almost like way too thick for his hands to grab around. So he's like awkwardly trying to pass it to you. But yes, A History of Terravoda by Gibeon Izakor. And it's thick.
Okay. All right. So she's gonna thumb through both of those books. I guess while she waits for her third one.
And while you're thumbing through it, you see a map on the very first page. I just sent it to you in your secrets.
Ooh.
I'm just going to give Ruin and Velfi kind of a knowing glance upon hearing the author's name.
I think she's gonna share that glance.
I'll look over at Dahlia as well, see if there's a reaction.
I don't think there would be a reaction from Dahlia. She's very interested in the journal she found.
And then while Velfi is thumbing through that, he's going to start looking for soul books. And he starts like, you see him climb a little ladder, grab one off a top shelf, and then he almost bell slides to the other side of the store. And he picks out another book from the top shelf. He crawls back down the ladder. He goes to the other side of the store. And at the very bottom shelf, he picks out a third book. Okay, souls. Y'all seem to be doing a lot of soul work. So let's see. And he's going to like slam each book, not intentionally like slamming them, but they're heavy. 3 books on the floor with the titles up. And these 3 titles, the first one is Soulscapes, Navigating the Depths of the Human Spirit. The next one is Eternal Echoes, Unveiling the Tapestry of Souls. And then the last one, which is the thickest, Soulful Revere, Journeys Through the Cosmos Within. And then he's going to point to the last one. A lot of people think that author's batshit crazy.
Why?
Oh, this one claims that you can make a soul.
May I look at that one?
Sure. And he's just going to push it across the floor to you.
Okay, so she's gonna open it, see what's in there.
It is, as you're thumbing through it, give me an investigation check.
Okie dokie. 16.
As you're thumbing through it, you can tell this is a very detailed log of how to create a soul. This author thinks that souls can be manufactured.
She's gonna just very quietly put this book on top of her stack.
You want that one too?
I'm very interested. What are these, what were the other 2 again?
Soulscapes, Navigating the Depths of the Human Spirit, and then Eternal Echoes, Unveiling a Tapestry of Souls. I don't really know what those 2 are about.
Well, I don't want to monopolize the soul books. Professor, please. I know I've already taken one away, but...
That one sounds interesting. Being a medical doctor, I'm only aware of one way to create a soul. It's a bit old-fashioned. but I could look at the other two. Can I sort of thumb through each one?
Yeah, give me an investigation check for these.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. For Soulscapes, it delves into topics such as self-discovery, purpose, and interconnectedness of all living beings. Kind of like a philosophical book. Eternal Echoes delves into the themes of reincarnation, shared experiences across lifetimes, and the echoes of our actions resonating through eternity.
What was that one called again? The second one?
The second one is Eternal Echoes.
Eternal Echoes. My dear, loot. Good loot. This one, Eternal Echoes. Is it for sale?
Well, if you got the gold, anything in here could be bought.
I suppose that's how commerce works. How much would you like for this one?
Eternal Echoes is 40.
Rats. Okay. Another one. Could you maybe put this behind your counter as well?
He's just going to look at you for a second since he pushed these across the floor and then look back at the book.
I will put it back there if you permit me to.
Yes, you could go back there. Thank you.
I'm just going to show him my finger and be like, I just got this. It was not cheap, though. So, I have to budget appropriately.
Ooh, what does it do? Does it do anything, or did you just go get a pencil?
You have a piece of parchment that you don't need anymore.
I'm sure I do somewhere. And he's going to rummage around, like kind of waddle to his desk and grab just a piece of parchment and hand it to you with an eyebrow cocked.
And I will take it from him and I will turn away, find a flat surface, probably the countertop, I guess, and just sort of scribble with my bare finger on the parchment. And then turn around and hand it back to him. And it says in very nice calligraphy, "Thank you for keeping the art of the book alive." And I sign my name, Professor Friedrich Edler.
He's just going to look at it. Oh, that's fancy. And he's just going to pick it up and just investigate it. Like he's never seen something like this before. And he's like completely entranced with it.
Anyway, yeah, pretty cool. That's the first time I've done that. But yes, I am good for it. I like reading. I hope to come visit you again soon. And I appreciate you helping us find these very interesting books that I have certainly not seen above ground ever.
Oh, well, you wouldn't find him above ground.
Without revealing any sort of trade secrets or anything, where do you find most of these?
Chroniclers, actually.
I think I need to step my game up, as they say. For that is what I am, but only, relatively new to it.
Well, I mean, chroniclers and scavengers who, don't mind coming down here. It's kind of dangerous down here. A lot of people kind of avoid it.
Yeah, it's fun, but also dangerous because I got my first tattoo, and then a group of people tried to kill us. So, the good with the bad, but it's been a good experience overall.
Sounds about right. I do have another soul book, but I gave that to my friend recently. I don't know when she's going to give that back.
Okay, no, I understand. Another one of your book button customers. Hopefully this one hasn't died.
Oh, no, she's not a book button. She buys her books, but I did say I wanted it back.
Understandable. Okay. Well, perhaps next time we're in here, it will have been returned to you. So we shall see.
Yeah, hopefully. She typically is very good to her word.
Yeah. I don't want to assume anything, or or pry into your customer base, but good to know. Thank you for your help today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I'll sort of step aside and let whoever else wants to patronize this fine establishment do their thing.
And while this is happening, what is Dahlia doing?
She's going to ask him, is it safe to stay here?
Do you mean in the bookstore?
Yeah.
Lute's a good goblin.
If someone finds it?
Finds loot. Depends on who they are.
Finds your journal.
Finds my journal. I was hoping that it was long gone.
Do you want me to put it back?
If it had to be with anybody, I'd rather it be with you.
Okay.
I
Then she'll just hold it.
I just worry. Well, that is the reason I died.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. And then she'll go up to the front with where the others are.
And Pax goes back to looking for syndicate books. Oh, wait. Before, I have something for you. I've been holding on to it for a little bit.
Oh.
And he's going to pull out a little book. But it's got pictures in it. And I'll DM you what is in that book.
And it's just pictures?
It is just pictures.
Oh. Where'd you get this?
Oh, I found it here a while ago.
You're so sweet to me.
Well, you're my dearest friend.
You're my dearest friend. Thank you, Pax.
And as y'all have that interaction, he then goes back to looking for syndicate books. Anything on the syndicate.
And I'll help him look for it because he helped me. I'll give him advantage.
All right.
As best she can, anyway.
It's bad. With advantage, you got a 4.
I'm helping, so.
With advantage, you got a 4. I guess I'm not going to find it today.
Yeah, I'm not very good help.
No, you're a wonderful help. You're a wonderful help. I don't even think this kind of book exists.
Yeah, secret organization typically doesn't write stuff down.
Yeah, but maybe I can just talk to Dax about it, and maybe he'll listen. I mean,
He's technically an inside man now, so.
Yeah, if he'd be willing. He's a lot's changed since the last time I saw you. He's gotten worse, and
Want me to scare him?
I don't even know if scaring would work. He wants to make a difference down here, but I don't think he's doing it the right way.
Yeah. All right, just let me know if you need help.
Okay. Thank you. And he's just gonna hug you again, and then
I'll
try
refrain from patting his head and pat his back.
Thank you. My head is not for patting.
I know. Just right there.
Was that a short joke?
Yes. Yeah, it was.
He's just gonna kind of sit there and scoff as he then goes back to trying to scrounge. He's laying on the ground now and looking at the bottom row, trying to find something. And are you heading back to the front?
Yeah.
Okay. With the reunion, what is everybody doing?
Still finishing thumbing through the book that I was handed and barely able to hold it up.
Give me an investigation check.
Ooh. I finally get to use my investigation. It doesn't happen very often. 23.
23. All right, with that 23, Even as you're skimming through it, you get like main ideas of Goliaths are found in Shadowfen. You get Goliaths have a connection to the Shadow Realm. And you get, are Goliaths the only ones that can talk to it?
Would I have any idea what it they're referring to is?
You can have ideas.
I can have ideas. Oh, fantastic.
Well,
There's a thing.
Ruins talk to something. For quite a while.
Oh, light bulb.
Are Goliaths the only ones that can talk to it? And just an image of that being hung from the ceiling comes to mind.
I think as like Ruin like reads that portion of it and all of the like pieces come into place, there's like a visible like ugh. And like closes the book and walks it over to the counter and sets it over on the counter so Loot doesn't have to try to carry it around.
And when you put it down, it makes like a very thick thunk as it hits the table.
That's quite the book.
I told you it was heavy.
Yeah. Heavy on multiple levels, but I appreciate it, and I will possibly come back to look into a book button, but I think we have some other things that we have to do presently, or I have other things that I have to do presently.
Okay.
And I don't want the book to go with me and then you not get the book back.
Well, you could just purchase the book outright. Then it's no longer mine.
I could. But I'm not going to.
Well, I tried. But have we thought on it? Is anybody purchasing a book button? Or is anybody purchasing a book? Books are the best of friends.
I would like to purchase this book. And do I get a discount if this was mine that was stolen from me that I now have found?
Well, down here, finders are keepers. But it is only 20 gold pieces. But wait.
All right.
Who stole it?
That information comes with a discount.
Roll me persuasion.
14. Oh, wait. 13. 15.
He rolled an 18. 20 gold pieces.
All right, then you don't get to know.
Okay.
Here's 20.
None of my business anyway. But it is yours
All
now.
right. Thank you. Mine again.
So, how much are these books again?
Oh.
Velfie's going to point to her stack.
Okay, your little stack. Your stack. With the history by Gibeon Izakor is 25 gold pieces. Soulful Revere is 15 gold pieces because that person is a batshit crazy. I don't know. I could probably never sell that book anyway, so it's 15 gold pieces for that one. And then the Portals of Possibilities by Order of Narvosc is 30 gold pieces.
So 70 total.
Yes.
I'm very interested in all three of these, and Would you do all 3 for 55?
Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. 22.
He rolled a 10. So,
Well, no one's gonna. I don't think anybody's gonna buy the batshit crazy lady's book. So,
what is 70 minus 55?
yeah, you can take that one for free and purchase the other ones for 55.
Oh.
Cool. They're yours. I don't need them
Sounds
back.
good.
Although I hope you do not die. I do not need these books back.
All right. Although you probably will see me again, so I think a button is in my future.
A book button.
And he's
How
just
much
gonna
are
like
the book buttons?
grin. 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces. Okay, yes. I think a book button will be in my future.
I look forward to it. I don't sell many book buttons. Not many people like to read.
I love to read. So, again, you'll probably be seeing a lot more of me.
Well, I look forward to it. And you,
Me
giant
too.
man.
As he like literally has to like crane his neck.
You said 35?
Yes.
That's fair enough. And I set the gold down on the counter and pick up the very heavy book
It
and
is yours.
attempt to find a way to put it into my pack.
Oh, if you need a little bag, I sell those too.
I'm all set.
Okay. And you, old one.
Wow.
I look around. Oh, me? Yes. Yes.
Are you wanting to purchase a book? Or a book button?
While I would like to, I don't have the funds that I could comfortably purchase with,
What?
and
I
I
can
don't
pay for
want to.
Yeah,
We can.
I can.
Oh, I would never want to be a lender nor a borrower.
You
But we
just
could
gave
come
us a
across
free lesson.
in what?
In anatomy. You just
Anatomy.
gave
Oh, I
us
thought
a
everyone
free
knew
lesson.
that stuff.
No, I've
Oh,
never
okay.
been to school, Professor.
It's very fascinating.
Yes. So I'm going to, without the professor's permission, I'm going to get him a book button.
I really appreciate that. You really don't have to do that. We've only just met. I would hate to be presumptuous.
Professor, we all got stabbed together, both literally and metaphorically.
And apparently you hitting me with magic was like an initiation into your guys' little group. So
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Not
you have
only
a
did
book
you
button
teach her-
now?
And he's gonna
Yes.
like
Thank you.
and he's gonna slide you a little button, and I shouldn't call it a little button. It's pretty big for a button. It's like about this big, kind of like one of those little like badges you see like happy birthday on
what does
sometimes.
it say on it?
Like one of those. It doesn't say anything on it, but it's just got like a little golden book on it, and it's got 2 holes in it like a button would. And
When you show me this, I know you're a part of the book button club. So you can take as many books as you want, as long as you return them within 2 weeks. Because if you do not turn them in within 2 weeks, it is a gold piece for every day it is late. Again, I
And
have
that
some.
I will not pay for.
Every day. Yes. No, that would. Dahlia, many, many thanks to you.
Yeah, just tell me about the books you get.
Yes, for hours on end, I will recite every word. I mean that literally.
I look over at Dahlia and go,
And she just goes, she's
Story
time.
excited.
I like words so much I use them every day. Loot. So do I have to wear this all the time or?
No, just bring it in when you come in.
Okay. I hope not to join your deceased patrons. I will live long enough to use this button,
That sounds nice.
I think. Although we all will die one day, but I will use this before I expire.
Professor, the king of existential crises.
I was about to say, does he normally talk like this?
Yes,
It's been a thing
daily.
today. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A kid called him out for his age, and I think it just kind of stung a little bit.
Just having this far off look staring past Luke's shoulder with the corner of the bookstore.
Luke's gonna
Thousand
pat
yard
your
stare.
shoulder, and he's old. Like, he's got the grayish hair, the light green skin, the dark age spots, the dark freckles.
Not many people get to get old. Shouldn't you consider it a blessing?
That's true. No, I don't dislike it. I'm just not sure what to think of it today. But that's great perspective.
You get to read more books.
That is true. While I still have my eyesight. Yes, that is true.
Well, you get to live 1,000 lifetimes in one, so...
So yes. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is a very cool concept you have here of book rental, I guess, borrowing, whatever it may be. It's
Book
very novel.
buttoning?
I like it.
I like rental. But it's important people try to read. Knowledge is a good thing. And some books aren't just necessarily for knowledge. They are for just funsies. I have a whole funsy wall over there.
What kind of funsies?
Oh, dude.
Well, there is just some like really fantasy
wants smut.
stories. Oh, smut. Okay, there is one. There is a couple. There is a couple.
And he's gonna go to the corner, and he's gonna pull one out, and it's Lies and Fire by Theodora.
Does it look like it's been read before?
It looks like a lot of people have read this book, and it is very well, very
Ooh.
well.
Well read.
Yes, like the spine's broken. It looks like it's about to fall apart.
Is it signed?
Does Dahlia ask?
No, this is a
Okay.
Bex question.
It is not signed. It is not signed.
Yeah, Dahlia wouldn't go over.
But no, it's not signed.
So what is this book about?
Oh, it is an enemies to lovers story with a lot of that
Oh.
smut stuff.
Ooh. How much is this one?
10 go pieces.
You know what? I've never read this book before. I'm a huge fan of smut. Here's 10.
What if we borrowed it?
Or
Oh, look at
are you-
that.
Or you can borrow it. You are a part of the book button club now.
do you want to put it on your tab, Professor?
I mean, it's the least I can do. I know you may want to eventually purchase it, but maybe that way you can get a bit of a.
If you want to read it, you
Preview?
just have to say it.
I don't
He does.
really know what any of that material is about. Most of my reading has been academic in nature.
Sex.
Okay, that is a thing that happens. I didn't know people wrote about it in a non-clinical manner, though. So,
He's just going to point to a
interesting.
full wall of smut books that he's collected over the years.
I had a dear friend who really liked smut a lot. So I collected in case I get to see him again.
Interesting. Okay, you have quite an eclectic taste, I must say. We will borrow Lies and Fire. Was that the name?
Lies and Fire.
And I'll hand it to Velfie.
Well, thanks, Professor. I appreciate that.
It's really by proxy from Dahlia, but yes.
Well, thanks, Dahlia.
Yeah. You're welcome for this smut.
Listen, I'm excited. Catch me reading this on our next mission.
Nice.
Well, anything else that anyone would like to look for, purchase?
I'm good.
All right.
set.
Well,
I'm okay. I'll turn back to Loot and say, next time you see your friend who has helped you procure books about souls and things, please tell her Friedrich says hello and hope she is doing well.
Okay.
And I'll offer him a handkerchief as well.
What is that for?
It's for your nose. I'm assuming it's the dust of the books around here. I don't know if it may help you or not.
Well, thank you. My nose is fine.
Right then. Okay. Thank you much.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you ever need any books, please come to me. And if you know anybody who wants books, definitely send them our way, except do not tell many unruly topsiders. They might come and burn my books, and I don't want them to burn my books.
Those topsiders, man.
yeah,
they're
those
not-
topsiders.
Yeah, they just don't understand like we do.
Alrighty then, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Fuck
Fuck
off.
off.
Oh yes, fuck off. We learned that.
Ooh, Professor.
Wait,
Yeah.
Luke, come back.
Oh, did you forget something?
Well, now that I have this handy button, the ones I asked you to hold, can I go ahead and borrow them?
Yeah, go ahead. Just bring them back.
Thank you much. I collect them and run out.
Alrighty.
And trip and drop all of the books. And then that's-
Oh no.
And die.
They
Oh,
fall into the
good.
cavernous hole.
So yeah, as you all collect all your books and purchase your books and get with the button and everything, you all are able to leave the store. Everything seems kind of peaceful outside of the bookstore. You still smell that really potent smell coming from hex brews that you smelled last session. But what would you like to do?
Well, did we?
We wouldn't know roughly what time of day it is, right? Because we have to leave tomorrow morning really early.
At first light.
Yes. But you guys get the idea that you have been down here for a while, so it is getting not like super late, but it's you would have a feeling it's becoming like evening.
Does
Get
anyone
dinner
have
at the
any?
Slug?
That sounds really good.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably,
Yeah,
because
let's go
that's
to
what
the
we came down
Slug.
here
Wait,
for.
is there food served at the Slug? That I don't know.
Yes, there is food served at the Slug.
Okay. Cool.
They do have a
I
kitchen.
will not
Some,
redact.
some slug-based dinner, and then
Yeah, is it named
Hmm.
after its entrees, or is it just sort of a
You know-
kitschy name?
We don't ask what they feed us. We just eat the food.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you could ask, but it might
Probably
sound
better not
pretentious
to.
down here. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I found that when you increase knowledge, you increase sorrow. So maybe it's best to just not know.
Wait, you increase knowledge, you increase sorrow?
Yeah, it's sort of like a play on ignorance is bliss. The more you know.
I
Can't
thought
be helpful,
knowledge
but it can
was
also be-
powerful.
Those are not mutually exclusive. You can be powerful and also be full of sorrow.
Huh.
I would name
And here comes
Galmet.
Dahlia's
people like
existential
that.
crisis.
yeah,
She's like, wait.
Professor causing existential crises left and right.
Yes,
That was
just-
heavy, man.
Just doing my job. There
See,
was one question.
not
at the
only
end.
not only has he physically initiated you into the circle, he has now mentally initiated you into the circle.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not part of the circle until you've had an existential crisis.
Yes, we had the physical scars, and now you have the mental scars of being in our
Yeah,
circle.
just add him to the list. Okay. Yep. All right. So
Looking
don't
forward to
pursue
tomorrow.
knowledge.
Well, no, it's a balance, as most things in life are. Everything has a cost, so to speak. So you can gain knowledge, but you understand
That's
the
accurate.
potential cost that comes from that. Yes.
Now that we're having an existential crisis, let's go drink while we're having an existential crisis.
I agree with that.
She just hugs the
approach.
journal a little tighter, just like, oh.
So to the slug.
It's like,
To the Slug. Which, has anyone here ever been to the Slug?
yeah.
Sounds like, yeah, you have.
For a short amount of time.
Okay.
I
Well.
start heading towards the first layer.
And as you all start making your way to the first layer, the sounds from layer 1 are like booming. It's very crowded. Lots of people are out. It's evening from what you can tell. There's no like light coming in from the staircase that leads up to top side. So you get the idea it's becoming evening. More people are out enjoying their time. And as you all walk into the Clever Slug, the bar is packed. There are a lot of people talking in here, laughing, and very drunkenly singing to the music that is coming from down the hallway into here from Pleasures. It's a very like cozy atmosphere almost, which is a little strange for down here. You see some people playing cards in a corner closest to the door. There is an orc behind the bar pouring ale and liquor, and there is a table open near the fireplace if you'd like to claim it.
Yes.
Yes, warm these bones.
And as you all go claim your table, you all know Beltov is in here. And you're actually able to see him at the very back of the bar, sitting with an older drow woman. And they are both signing to each other. And you get the idea that the older drow, even though you can't understand what she's signing, you get the idea she's mad about something. Not necessarily like the screw you type of anger, but it's almost like she's angry about something. And you see Beltov signing back. He's kind of grinning as he does it. And you get the idea that this interaction is a lot like a worried mother and a son.
Are there similarities between the two? Like, are they mother and son? Like,
from what you know of Beltov and what you can see of this older drow, it is almost like Beltov is a spitting image of her. You see the light gray hair, the light gray skin, the silver piercing eyes of both of them.
And just for clarity, the signing, is it like an open like sign language, or does it look like they're trying to be subtle to like signal to each other?
It is an open like sign language.
And we all see him? Them? Both of them?
You all see both of them, yeah. And he's got like this grin on his face as she seems like she's very quickly like signing things with her wrinkled hands, like very quickly, very intensely signing things to him. Like she's extremely worried about something.
anyone know what they're doing with their hands?
I don't. Would
Yeah, would
Yeah,
would
we have
uh
any?
would Belfie have any idea?
Dahlia, roll me a history check.
Me? Oh, okay.
Anyway, I lunge across the table with my sword out.
I grab the professor before he moves.
We got a
Like I hit him in the head with my new book.
16.
You know of somebody that does that kind of sign language. You talked to them this morning. But the rest of you get the idea this is some kind of conversation tactic.
Is he only looking at the woman sitting with him?
He is only looking at the woman sitting with him.
Okay.
Now, we had that note that said if we were serious, come to the clever slug. Right? That
Mhm.
was
from
directed at...
session 1. That was directed towards Arlo.
We know who signed it? Was it signed?
There was no signature. But you get the idea. This place, as crowded as it is, the cards in the corner, the orc behind the bar that's taking all kinds of orders for either food, liquor, beer. If you wanted to be sneaky about something, this might be the best place to go.
I don't even know how we would, like, give that information out.
Ask the barkeep. Barkeeps know a whole lot.
Yeah. That is fair.
But are we like openly discussing this now, or is this
Yeah,
still
I mean, we can...
in our head?
I'm assuming Rowdy Bar, we can fairly easily have a remotely quiet conversation without directly... Like, how do we bring that up to the... Because it's not specific to... Like, there wasn't...
It was meant for someone that we were sent to dispatch, right? So
Do you say their name or do you say the name of... forget her name.
Bless you.
Fauna.
Bless you, otherworldly
Vana.
entity.
Write that.
wait, so the note was intended for Arlo, right?
The note was intended for Arlo.
So if we were sent to eliminate him,
But we didn't find the note on him. We found it in a safe
In a
house.
chest.
but
In a
if
chest in a safe house.
if the author of the note is at least somewhat friendly towards him, then they would be very unfriendly towards us for what we did. May I ask how we came across it as well? Or perhaps no one's friends down here.
The other part is this something we want to get into right before we go and deal with that thing out in the...
Yeah.
Were
What
you
would he-
trying to find information on Vana or just following a lead?
I'm trying to find information on Vana, but I don't know if she would have come down here and said, "My name is Vana. I'm here to talk about..."
Yeah, if she came down with her mask on or off, that would
Right.
change the whole game because we have no idea what she looks like.
Would she stand out down here wearing what the unknown normally
Wearing a
wears?
mask? Probably.
I think she would,
We
yeah.
know, so we know what Kara looks like if they're sisters.
There's another water genasi somewhere. She was a water
Then-
genasi, right?
Yeah.
If they're sisters, then we might have like at least a vague idea, but I don't... We have the, like, do we just take the note to the bartender and see what that does?
And remind
To
me
try to
again,
be as, like...
what did the
I mean, the
notes
note was
say?
in code,
Hang on.
but
It was in code.
yeah.
I'm going to pull out the note signed T. Do you have the original note?
Who would I be the one that had it still?
I think Velfie would have it, yeah.
Yeah, I think you would have, yeah, because you were the one that found it originally.
Okay. Would it be on my person?
Yeah, I'd say it would be.
Okay. So
Well,
I'm gonna
actually,
take the
up to
note
you.
out.
Do you want it to be on your person?
I mean, it would be very convenient.
Okay, yeah, you can have it.
It would be convenient to the situation.
Just walk around with this hidden message in my pocket.
Do
Yes.
they match?
They do not.
They do not match.
The one signed T.
The handwriting. That was a great idea.
Yeah, thanks.
The one signed T is very beautiful. The coded message is in like all capital letters, like very stiff.
If they try to disguise their handwriting, maybe.
Not even necessarily disguise it. Almost like this is how they learned how to write.
Just make everybody here write for us.
Yeah, let's walk around and be like, can you write on this paper?
Well, remind me, what does the note say again?
It says, give me 1 second. AA, meet me at the Slug if you are serious.
Maybe we go up to the barkeep and say, hello, I'm serious. It's an odd thing, but it's not. I don't know. Maybe there's a code or a signal.
It
you
might
could
be
just
worth a shot.
You could say that Arlo sent us.
True. Any kind of like little tip off like
Like-
that. And we're in a public place. It's not like anything too bad can happen in here, right? I look around. Does everyone look rather calm?
I mean, it's as calm as you can get for a bar. Like, people are starting to get drunk. People are singing loudly. You see some very scantily dressed waiters and waitresses coming to the bar, grabbing drinks and going back down the hallway. You hear some whistles as they do. People playing cards. Some people just enjoying their dinner among friends.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to the up to the bar and wave the bartender over and ask him if he had seen a water genasi in here recently.
The orc's gonna walk over and like he's not old, but he's like, middle like age, maybe 40 or so. And no, she hasn't been in here in a while.
In a while. Okay.
Probably 3-4 weeks.
Was she talking to anybody in particular?
She found this common looking human dude that she was talking to, but I haven't seen him either. Why?
And I guess I would say Arlo sent us.
He's gonna, like, his eyebrows are gonna furrow as he just looks at you.
Good for you.
But roll me perception.
Nope. That's an 8.
Yeah, you don't say anything.
I'm gonna buy a round of drinks while I'm here. on the
Perfect. What can I
table
get you?
and just walking.
You want a
I
beer? You
don't-
want something harder?
I look over and just go, shots?
Get a shrug from Friedrich.
4 shots of something remotely or kind of hard. It's been a long day.
Okay, understandable.
Where have I, and you're going to hear him as he walks off,
Where have I heard Arlo's name before?
as he pours 4 shots of liquor, and it looks like it has been made here. And like it smells like it burns as he gives you these 4 shots.
That'll be a gold.
give him a gold.
Cool.
Just
Perfect.
But
walk.
he's gonna walk over to somebody else, like one of the waiters that came in.
Have you ever heard of an Arlo?
No, I've never heard of an Arlo. Why? Somebody asking for an Arlo? As you walk back to the table.
Did I hear that interaction?
Yeah, you would have heard that interaction.
Okay. And that and the female voice didn't sound familiar or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. All right.
Any
So-
luck?
Apparently there has been a water genasi in here and left with but that was about a month ago, which would put it right about that time frame. And I guess she left with a human and hasn't been back since. So I don't know. And the bartender didn't seem to recognize the name Arlo at all. So that's all the information that I got. But I got shots.
Whoa.
That's good.
Ayy.
I don't
And
know
it-
what it is, so hopefully we don't die.
It smells pungent. Looks a little murky. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Need a chaser or something?
Do you think they would have like a snicklebum juice or something?
I'll pull a snickle bum out of my pack and just like set it on the table next to Velfie and go, there you go.
Well, I don't want to take your bums.
I've got plenty of bums left over.
Or you want something a little lighter, Velfie? Oh.
Delphi.
We didn't even take
Whoa.
our shot yet.
All right.
Can I bum a bum?
No, this is fine. I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right. As everybody takes their shot, give me a Constitution save and throw.
Oh, it's that kind of shot. Okay.
I got a nat 20 plus 1.
15.
16.
Ooh. 22.
All right. So you all are feeling okay, but Velfie is able to take that shot with that nat 20 like she is a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Slam it on the table.
Yeah, you don't need juice.
I don't need juice. I got this. I'm a strong, independent woman.
While she's taking the shot, I like reach over and pull the snickle bum away just to make sure that she just takes the shot by herself.
I'm gonna do a scan, making sure is anybody watching them.
Anybody watching Velfie and Ruin
And the professor.
and the professor?
Topsiders.
Give me, well, actually, you'd probably, actually give me a perception check.
Okay. And that's straight because I'm not at disadvantage because I'm not in sunlight.
Yeah.
Correct. Sweet. Oh, that's a natural 19 plus 6.
So with that,
25.
you would see no one is specifically looking at them right now. People are drunk and enjoying themselves. But you do notice Belltop signs something to the woman he's with. And he takes her hand. He gives her a small kiss on her hand, pats it, and he starts walking over to y'all's table. And he's going to take the open seat at one of the edges. What is the sitting order here?
Is it like
Dahlia
a round
likes-
table?
Wait, picnic table or Arnold Road?
What kind of table do you want to be at? You want to be at a round one? You want to be at a square one? What kind of table do you want to be at?
I would have kind of assumed it was a round table.
Yeah, I
just
thought it was round.
Okay, it's
for
round.
bar.
Then he is
bar-wise.
going to, like, he's got his chair in his hand, and he is sticking his chair between Dahlia and Ruin, and he flips it around, and he has his arms on the back of the chair, and he's just kind of leaning towards the table. Hello, my friends. Arlo, huh?
Did the elderly woman leave?
She would be walking out, yes.
Does that name sound familiar to you?
Well, are you serious?
Personally, yes. I don't know about anyone else.
Professor's just silent and daggers.
Oh, my dear friend. We're friends, aren't we?
See, you've been watching us again.
Dude, I don't even really know. I don't even really know Beltov yet, right? I've only heard like that he was stalking Velfi. Or
Yeah,
was,
Friedrich has painted a very bad picture of him.
Dolly has no idea that they have history. She's like, oh, okay.
Friedrich.
What really
Friedrich,
shaped this?
I'm very confused. I mean, he's sketchy enough, but not half as sketchy as you painted him.
My
I didn't know friends called each other sketchy.
I mean, and I look over, I kind of like lean against the table, like look at him. I mean, he's.
I am quite adorable, aren't I?
Well, no, I was pointing like to the professor, and I was like, look at him. He's kind of, a little up there, sketchy as a.
Well, I still think I'm
A lot of
adorable,
us are
and
sketchy
yes,
to
he
the
looks a little sketchy.
had a surprisingly sheltered life. So,
Oh,
yes.
With the daggers that you are glaring in my direction, I am very surprised. If looks could kill, Professor.
I'm just unsure of my surroundings right now. How are you this evening?
I am doing wonderful. It's a great evening for it. And this man is like, he's leaning on his chair, like his chest is against the back of the seat, and his arms are over the top of it, and he's just kind of like nesting his little chin against it.
So he's doing the cool guy, like
Oh,
the
he's
cool
totally
guy
doing
sit
the
at the
cool
table.
guy
Yeah, he did.
at the table.
I'm fine.
Is this your
You-
first time in the Clever Slug?
Not really. I've been here a few times. Good old Horace at the back of the bar is always a pleasure. No pleasures intended there.
I see what you did there, because you have any interactions with Vana? That name sound familiar?
The name
I'm-
sounds familiar, yes, but no, I have not had any dealings with her.
Who are you sitting with?
My mother. I assume y'all aren't
Let's see.
looking for my mother, are you?
What's her
No.
name?
Oh, you're getting. Why
That's-
do you want my mother's
Professor.
name?
That sounds very shifty.
Yeah, dude, come on. You're
Come
already
on, man.
you're already
Beautiful.
after Antir's mother, and now you're going after this guy's mother too.
Oh, no.
You're
my-
a real
my mother-
motherfucker.
Oh. My mother is. No, I will kill you before you ever.
I made no such presumptions. You'll have to excuse my friends here. It's been a long day.
Oh, so he's like this, and he's going to look at all of you except for Friedrich. So he's like this with all his friends then.
I'm unsure still. We're new associates.
I mean, you're not really going to hold that little, magic trick against me, are you?
Oh, my precious friend.
Oh.
So let's say that we were serious. Let's get down to what would we be serious about?
Roll me persuasion to see if you come across as serious.
Nope, not serious at all. I've been sarcastic the entire time. That's a 7.
Yeah. He is very unsure about you.
That's fair enough.
Give me a reason as to why I should trust you, because from what I can tell, your little friend here and my friend, apparently, have been eyeing me pretty strangely, very murderously. Why should I trust that you're serious? And he's gonna like kind of not elbow, but like nudge Dahlia very nicely, like very softly. She's been the only one that's been nice to me so far.
What did I do?
You've been looking at me weird too.
When? Where?
Now,
That is entirely your fault.
what did
I
I
look at
do?
everybody. I look
That's
at everybody
what I'm
weird.
saying.
I think there's a lot of assumptions being made about people's looks right now, and I don't know where that phrase was going. I just wanted to say that.
Trying to
Should
remember.
y'all cut him off?
Does Dahlia know that the whole Velfie being followed thing? Did they tell her that? I cannot remember.
I think the professor did at the
I think we
We
had a conversation about it.
Yeah, we
like,
were
not
walking
long
by the
after
bar.
we-
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
she is aware. And then she'll go, so they think you are stalking the pink one.
I'm a stalker now.
That's the claim.
I only had what the professor said, so
My friend,
I-
you really do not like me, do you?
It's I don't outright dislike you. I just noticed
Mm.
in a bar you were
I
watching.
mean, Professor, the way that you've been looking at the guy, like I give you the benefit of the doubt 90% of the time. Like,
I suppose I do wear my emotions on my face sometimes. I'm very protective of the people I care about, and it's disconcerting to see someone staring at a young woman across from a bar consistently throughout an evening. It's at least cause for curiosity, wouldn't you agree?
Did you see me do this? Or are you just taking words from someone else?
I think I saw it. I did. I'm confident. It was concerning, but look, if it was nothing, then it was nothing. I've noticed you haven't denied anything.
No
not that
offense
you
to
have
the little
to,
pink
but
one, but you fell off of a table.
That is very fair.
oh, this was when I was okay. That you guys were. You fell off of a table, Velvy?
Yeah,
I missed that.
Yeah,
Son of
you
a
did.
bitch.
Why were
It was
you
a
on
good time.
table?
I was drunk, and I was singing a song on
Professor,
a table.
you're mad because he was looking at someone performing a song?
I don't know if mad is the right word. Concerned. A
Okay.
concerned citizen of Sydonea, yes.
Well, I will remember from now on when the little pink one is on stage not to look.
I'm not sure I like
What is your name?
being
So
called the
I'm-
little pink one. Yeah.
So I'm not
It's
calling
like-
you the little pink one.
Yeah, that's my bad. This is
My name is Velfie.
Velfie. So when Velfie performs, am I supposed to look at my feet?
You may do what you wish, but if you frequent places like this, I can't imagine that's the first time you've seen someone dance on a table.
So if whenever
I
a
say-
bard performs, I look at my feet. Understood, my
Okay.
friend?
This is going around. Let's just it's done.
Yes.
Take
Notice
a breath.
you did approach us tonight. Is there something we can help you with?
Thought there was something that I could help you with. But I mean, if you're not serious. And he's gonna like start standing up, twisting his chair around.
Did you write the note?
Not my handwriting.
But you know of it? You know that we received it?
You haven't been quiet about it.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm just looking for the water genasi that came through here
He's gonna twist his seat back around
a
and
while
sit
ago.
back on it. Put his hands back over the
Like
back.
I made a promise to somebody, and I intend to keep it.
May I ask what that promise was?
I was asked to bring her home.
I hate to tell you, you're probably gonna not break, or you're probably gonna break that promise.
What do you know?
Roll me a persuasion.
$18.
You rolled a 13. I know that she's dead. As
What proof
is
do you have?
the person who wrote the note. You don't question
What-
things here.
What proof do you have that she is?
Don't have any solid proof. I guess the only proof you have is you haven't seen her in what, a month? You're gonna poke your nose where it doesn't belong. You better be very stealthy about it.
Is that the mistake she made?
Yes.
Do you know where she ended up?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Did you see her in here that night?
I wasn't here.
Bartender said she talked to some human. Is that somebody that you would know?
Elias. He's dead too.
This might be a naive question. Do you know who killed them or who would have cause to?
Everyone in your order.
I think Velfie, she's going to cast message. And she's going to ask Baltoff, does the name Karis sound familiar to you?
And his eyes are immediately going to go to you. And like it's almost like he's used to messages. Why do you want to know?
Is this all still in my head?
Yes, so this can
Okay.
continue in your head as long as you want to.
Okay, cool. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Karis is my father.
Persuasion.
Please.
Of course. Can I use inspiration?
You sure can.
Yes.
You're like 800 pounds of inspiration that you've got lying around.
Okay, that is a 17.
Okay. I know Karis, yes. Karis is one of my dearest friends. The reason, part of it at least, is to make sure you're still alive.
Part of the reason that you're here.
Part of it.
What's the other part?
Let's just say big things are coming. The less you know, the better.
A lot of people have been saying that lately.
A lot, huh? And he's, to everyone else, he's just sitting on his chair, rocking back and forth, the cool boy style, drinking a little beer as he just kind of looks around at all of you.
So we're just all like staring at each other
Yeah.
in silence, right? Okay.
Well, it's not silence because there's a lot of other like stuff
Yeah, but
going
we're
on.
not. None of us are talking out
Unless
loud.
you want to be talking to each other.
Would
We're talking
Can I,
to
like-
both of them, and they don't hear us. No, I'm kidding.
can I
like,
like
why-
make
Shut up,
can I
shut
make
up.
like a perception check or something to just see if anybody else is like paying unnecessary amounts of attention to us while we're having this little conversation?
Yeah, go for it.
And also, when his mother left, did she look over here at all?
Give me a perception check.
I rolled a 15.
15. It doesn't seem like anybody's paying you attention. It's just like friends are at a bar, just talking. No one
Friends are
seems
at
to
a
be
bar.
paying you.
Cool guy is sitting in backwards
Mhm.
chair.
Yeah.
So in her head, Belfie's going to ask, does that other part have to do with Arlo?
What do you know of Arlo?
I know that we were sent to kill him. No questions asked.
No questions asked because he's considered a traitor. What was that perception roll?
At 14.
7. Oh, for her. Sorry.
14. Okay. With that perception, as she was walking out, you do notice, and you would notice, that she glanced at her son, and then she glanced at you. Little
What
too
was her
long.
reaction?
Kind of like a wide-eyed, and then back to normal, head straight to the door.
I would have tried to give her a little smile and a nod.
And when you do that, she would look a little nervous.
So in her head, she's going to ask, what do you know of the Raiders?
I hate that they gave us that name, that's for certain.
So you're a part of it.
He's just going to grin.
Is that where
Do
my
we
father
have-
is?
Do we have any indication if there's a conversation going on that we can't hear?
Roll me a perception check.
Because
May as
Velfie
well.
is like
Yeah.
I'm
They're
just
staring
playing
at-
with my hair. I'm
natural
just,
fucking 20.
Natural 20.
Got a
5.
12.
Meets it, beats it.
It's a 25. But
So both of you, Ruin and Dahlia, would get the idea that Beltov is talking. Or like focusing. Belfie, if you want to give me a stealth roll to see if they notice if
it's to me.
it's to you.
Oof. That is a 5.
So even Friedrich knows that Belfie's doing something.
Even me, the old senile.
But yeah, y'all get the
David.
idea, except for Friedrich, that Beltov is having a conversation with Velfie at the current
We're
moment.
doing the tennis thing. Going back.
I'll just make it pretty obvious and just kind of like hold my drink in front of me and I'm just staring at Velfie.
Do I notice that everyone knows now?
Give me a perception check.
We're all just sitting around perceiving each other right now.
Mm.
Nine.
I'm not being secretive at all. I'm like
I think your little friends are starting to notice. Especially the very tall one. He's very large. And then like out of message. Well, I know Velfie's name. What is everyone else's? And you clearly know mine.
Dahlia.
Pleasure.
Ruin.
Mm. Did you come up with that name?
Did I? I don't know. It's what I've gone by. Memory's a bit hazy.
Mm.
Professor Friedrich Edler. I'll reach my hand out to shake his.
I'm good.
Progress.
Last time I shook your hand, you casted something.
Oh,
Oh.
I suppose that's fair.
okay.
Oh,
I don't trust you.
Dahlia's gonna go order food. She's uncomfortable. She's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get food. She's hungry, so she's gonna go off.
And as you make your way to the bar, where everybody orders their dinners and things like that, the orc comes over.
Hi, I'd like food, please.
Food is great.
Yep.
One food, please. As
Right.
he yells across the kitchen. That will be out momentarily.
Make that 2 foods, please.
can I also get a food?
3.
Okay. Oh, okay, 4 foods.
Round of food.
Do it 5 foods. Do 5.
5. Okay. 5. And you hear like a grunt from the kitchen, like a very loud grunt in confirmation. That'll be out shortly. That is 1 gold piece and 4 silver.
All right. Well, okay, yeah, I'll get that to you once I do the math again. Yep, I got it. She'll hand it over. 1.
Thank you. They'll bring that to your table shortly. And he's going to hand you like this like little like notification bar. It's just like a little wooden tower
Okay.
with little 5 pokes coming off of it.
Cool. She'll head back.
So what is happening at the table?
So
I'm still not saying anything. I'm just like kind of staring daggers at Velfie at the moment.
So you overheard something? Is that why you came to speak to us this evening?
Y'all said you were looking for Arlo. And that you were serious. So you kind of called me.
So I'm just, it's been a long day. I'm struggling to wrap my head around this. Our friend, you say, has been killed, along with the person that she met here, spurred on by this message that referenced Arlo. But now we come down here and you greet us knowing of this message and knowing why we're here. What's the connection in all this? What part do you play?
Roll me a persuasion.
$14.
I play a lot of parts.
Do you play the part of ally or at least mutual interest with us?
Well, it depends on who your alliance is with.
You don't trust us because of our standing in the order. Is that correct?
What gave it away?
You called it your order.
It certainly isn't mine.
I mean, you said the word your to us, attributing ownership to us. Therefore, distancing yourself very clearly from it, showing that you dislike it.
You like to use a lot of big words when you talk, don't you?
It's a terrible problem of mine that I'm working voraciously to solve. Regardless, you cared
You
little
know,
for
we
the
should
order.
really find him an anti-dictionary.
Do they make those? It might not be a bad idea. I'll have to go see Loot again.
He's going to lean to Dahlia and just very quietly, is he always like this?
I don't know. This is only day 2 of knowing him.
Day 2, okay. Day 2.
I mean, he's a professor, so he's smart.
He likes
he
to
knows all
show how smart he is, doesn't he?
There are worse people who like to shove their knowledge. There could be worse. There are worse.
Oh, there's always worse.
I think Ruin would chuckle a little bit at hearing that.
You'd probably
statement.
understand who I'm talking about.
Just kind of like, huh?
And you get the sense Beltov picked up on that.
Mm.
So, clearly you don't care for the Order. We are members of it, as you are aware, yet you are here speaking to us. Maybe not so far as friend, but you at least present like you're willing to help us in some way.
The fact that you are here asking questions about Arlo means that you don't trust the Order either.
Those are the feelings that I'm starting to get.
Well, I can guarantee it's not all sunshines and rainbows over here.
I don't think I've ever seen sunshine or rainbows in here.
That is a very good point. I don't really care for the sun, but rainbows would be nice every once in a while.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull out. I have a couple pairs of sunglasses, and I'm gonna give him one of my sunglasses. Just hand it to him.
As you hand it to him, he's gonna just look at it for a second. Look at it. Look at you. Look at it. Look at you.
It helps with the sun a little bit.
For me,
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna see like this little smile like grace his face as he takes the sunglasses from you, puts them on his face, and then looks back at you and he grins. How do I look?
Very dapper.
I'm dapper. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of like looks off for a second and like grins, and like you guys can see like a little blush coming across his cheeks.
Well, I'm dapper. Is there anything else we're talking about? Because I'm dapper.
Why? Why was Arlo considered a traitor?
Asked too many questions
About what?
about what the Order stands for. About what else is out there.
And you
About-
all killed him?
Side question. Did we establish, to the best of our knowledge, that Arlo was infected when we killed him?
He was. Y'all did see a huge bite on his chest.
Okay. Just want to make sure on that. We did dispatch Arlo, and he was clearly a victim of this virus. Which, regardless of your feelings about the Order, I'm sure we can all agree is a mutual enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Virus is definitely taking a lot more than it gives, but why not study it? Why kill him? You know, for a virus being around 152 years, you'd think that somebody tried to study it. Doesn't seem like anybody studies it around here.
It can be difficult within the walls, believe me.
But should
Arlo
it be that way?
Perhaps not. No, I would love to see more opportunity.
Then why are you not getting the opportunity? Have you ever asked yourself that question?
Yeah, more recently. But yes.
Maybe
Before it
they
was
don't
always
want
just,
a cure.
well, there are the dangers it presents as well. It doesn't exactly cooperate. It knows no reason. It doesn't do what you ask of it.
Not
But-
what we ask of it.
It provides power. To certain people, not us, of course.
Are you suggesting it's being wielded by someone? That it's not some what is the word I'm looking for? Some motivationless force of nature, that it's something else?
Oh, I definitely do not think it's some force of nature.
I think the talk of the power, it being wielded and whatnot, would be the first time that Ruin would like kind of break from staring daggers at Velfie and just kind of goes off into his own head.
And I would like
Like-
to do a perception check of anyone listening in to this very dangerous conversation.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 14? Wait. 15.
15. It doesn't seem like anybody's paying you all attention right now. You kind of are all off in not a secluded corner, but y'all are by the fireplace. It's pretty crowded in here. It's loud. No one seems to be paying you two, or not you two, but all of you attention at the moment. But at this time, you hear doors sling open very, very quickly as about 6 people walk through the door. And like their eyes scan the crowd, and then their eyes land on you, your table. And one of them screams, "Oi! There they are! Do not let them leave," Demetrius said. "Keep the giant one alive." And like you start to see the crowd, they start to get very quiet as they look at the front door, and then they look at like the guy behind the counter, and they look at the people at the door. You see Beltop stand up. "Well, alrighty then, we're gonna start this. Horace, I will apologize in advance." And the orc behind the counter just grunts. "Y'all know y'all aren't supposed to be here. You do not do business in my bar." And then the people who have just ran in one of the very front row. "You do not tell us what to do.
Rude.
We are here on Dimitri's orders, not yours. So if you have a problem, take it up with the syndicate."
Why isn't Dimitri here to do his own dirty work?
And then Horace looks back at Beltov. "Have fun. Just make sure to clean up your mess afterwards." And like he steps back, everybody hearing that will then kind of hit the ground as you see Beltov take a stick out of like a holder in the back, and he like shoots it out, and this stick becomes a bow, and he very, very quickly takes 3 arrows, lines them up, and lets them go at the person in front. And you see all of 3 of these arrows hit. One in the like shoulder, one in the stomach, one in the thigh, as he just did 37 points of damage to the guy in the front. And he just stares daggers at the person, and you can see like his silver eyes flash like a bright, bright silver. "You want to rethink
Okay.
that again?" I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm fine.
Because love is in the air. Oh my god.
I have a thing for archers. It's good.
I love
17.
it. All right,
17
let's see.
for Ruin.
Ruin has an 18.
17.
17.
18.
7.
13.
The order is Beltov, Pink, Red, Velfie, Orange, Ruin, Green, Dahlia, Purple, Friedrich, and then Blue. So Friedrich's not last.
Woo!
Yay! I'm proud of you, buddy.
But with the rest of Beltov's turn, he's actually going to step in front of Dahlia.
Ooh.
And that is Beltov's turn. Next up is Pink, who is the one that just got the shot in the shoulder. And the stomach and the thigh. Is Beltov made these 3 attacks. And
Son.
he's hurting. And he's just, oh, I'm going to enjoy killing you first. And he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 right in front of Beltov and take 2 scimitar attacks and a dagger attack against him. The first one does not hit. Second one definitely hits. And let's see. You're going to see Beltov take the scimitar swipe across his chest. And you just kind of see Beltov grin. Alrighty, it's a fight you want. It's a fight you'll get. As the Pink tries to take one last attack against him for a... Yeah, that one's going to hit too, as he slices across for another 6 damage. As you just see Beltov take 14 points, and he's standing in front of Dahlia just taking it and is just grinning down at Pink. Next up is Red. Red is seeing the attacks are starting to happen. He's going to throw 2 daggers at Ruin. And let's see. Ruin does I don't think it's going to hit, with a 16 for that first one. And then a 19 for the next one.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. So he's going to do 6 points of piercing damage as that next dagger hits you for that 6 points of damage as he throws it. And then he's going to take a step or a couple steps over here closer to the bar. And with that is now Velfie's go. What would Velfie like to do?
Okay. I haven't gotten to use this yet, so I really want to use it.
Use it.
I want to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Okay.
And I
Yes.
think I want to cast it on Pink.
On Pink. Alrighty. Tell me what I need to do for Pink.
Okay, so that is a wisdom saving throw of 16.
A wisdom saving throw of 16. He fails with a 4.
Okay, so he begins a comic dance in place, shuffling, tapping his feet, and capering for the duration. So that is for, what's the duration? 1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
The dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. And while affected by this spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it. As an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends.
Okay. So at the end of its turn, it can make that wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. So yeah, Pink just starts doing this little foot shuffle with his hands and everything. I don't want to do this. Why the fuck am I doing this? This isn't what I know. This is not what I wanted to do. It's your fault, isn't it? As he looks over at the bard and gets really, really angry. Is there anything else you like to do on your turn, Velfie?
She's gonna just...
And with that, it is Orange's go. And Orange is going to, seeing that Pink is dancing and whatever else he's doing, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get to here. And he's going to try and attack Beltov with his scimitar. And that first one does not hit. Next one, you will see he just does a swipe and he does manage to hit, as Beltov is going to take another 4 points of slashing damage. And he's going to attack one more time with his dagger, but he just misses as like, it's almost like the dancing knocks his foot away or his hand away as he tries to hit Beltop again. And that is now Orange's turn. Ruin, you're up.
So how hurt does Pink look? Does he look like
Pink
badly
is
hurt or
bruised and slightly
bruised?
bloody.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna go
With
right
3
here,
arrows. Nice.
and I think I'm just gonna swing away with my long sword, and I've got advantage because I'm
And he's dancing.
flanking him, and he's dancing. Super advantage, which doesn't really have any effect whatsoever.
Just feels nice.
That's definitely gonna, that first one's definitely gonna hit because that is a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm going to use Eldritch Smite on this one. So I roll 5d8.
Ooh.
I use one of my spell slots to basically smite like a
Paladin.
paladin, but it's not paladin. It's okay. 5, 7, 8. 8 plus 13 is 21. 24 damage on the first hit.
Okay, 24 on that first hit. Let me do some math here. Let's see. He is not looking good after that one, and it looks like that cut him really deeply. Do you want to explain what your smite looks like now?
It's well, because this is the first time that I've used it, so that's it's. I feel like there's a lot, or it's you see the sword kind of cut through him, and it's almost like vines and stuff kind of like pull the sword further in when he like strikes down with it. And I'm gonna swing again
Go for it.
because that is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I'm gonna just go ahead and do my regular damage on this one. I don't want to use both of my spell slots in one attack. That is another 6 damage.
How you want to do this?
I'm gonna lean over his shoulder after he's kind of like reeling from the first attack, and I'm going to just like, I told your friend actions have consequences, and I run the sword like straight through his back.
Nice. And Beltop's going to see the tip of it. Not bad.
And that is, well, okay, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20. I think I'm just gonna move back here, and that'll be all of my movement. And
Alrighty. And with that, it is now Green's turn, and Green is going to use its movement to get right next to you. And it's going to take its 3 attacks, 2 with a scimitar against you. That first one is not going to hit with a 10. That next one is not going to hit with a 14. And that next one is 20.
20 does hit.
All right. So you see that scimitar. He swipes it twice, doesn't get the hit off. And in his frustration, he tries to come around and jab his sidearm, his dagger into your side for 5 points of piercing damage as he tries to jab it in.
I'm going to use Stone's Endurance on that one.
Okay.
So I'm going to negate all of the damage.
Nice. So yeah,
I'm gonna the dagger goes in, and I just kind of like grab his wrist and pull it back out, and I'm just staring like straight down at him.
Fuck me, as he like sees his dagger getting pulled out, and with that is his turn. It is now Dahlia's turn.
Did Velfie go?
Yeah, Velfie went and casted
Velfie made him dance, and then the guy died.
That's right. Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to do a form of dread, and then like step out from behind Beltoff, like all like creepy, and then step up to this guy in my form of dread and do where to go. We are gonna do inflict wounds on him.
Go for it.
I love the idea that you were just like standing behind Beltov, and out
just,
comes this like
creepy, freaky bitch. Yes.
I love it.
Okay, so where'd it go? Inflict wounds. 14.
Oh, 14 just misses.
Okay.
Just
So
misses.
there goes that one. And it didn't hit. So that is my turn, but I'm scary.
Yeah, as your hand just misses him, and like he kind of dodges out of the way, and he just looks at what is now in the place of Dahlia and just stares. And that's what he does. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
That I'm going to. So I only used 5. I'm just gonna slink around him and suddenly just like be behind him, being like, "Ooh."
Ooh. All right. With that, it is now Purple's go, and it sees you being all scary, so it's going to come up to you, and it is considered flanking with its friend right now. It's going to try and attack with its scimitar first for a 24 to hit.
Yes.
All right. That's going to do 5 points of slashing, and I have to make a wisdom saving throw now, right?
I read it more closely. It's when I hit.
Oh, okay. So I need
Yes.
to roll for the other guy, though.
It didn't hit though. I didn't make
Okay.
contact.
Okay, got you. Okay. So that first one is 5 points of slashing. He's gonna go for you again for a 10 to hit, which I know doesn't hit. And then a 19 for his dagger.
Yes.
All right. So he did 5 points of damage on that first one, and then with his dagger, he's gonna try to come in and jam it almost like into your arm for 4 points of piercing damage. So 9 points in total.
She just turns slowly and stares at him.
As he like squeals. And now it's Friedrich's go.
Okay. If I'm not mistaken, none of them are injured, right? It was only Pink that
Only
took all
Pink.
that damage. Okay. I'm gonna whip out my handy dandy Souls of Librum of Souls and Flesh. You see Friedrich hold it out in front of him, and out from it blast a ray of frost right at
Woo!
Orange.
All right, go
And
for it.
that's a roll to hit. So does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Okay, 2d8 of frost. Not the best. 6 points of damage. Cold frost. Yeah, cold damage. And speed is reduced by 10 to the start of my next turn.
All righty. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
I don't really have bonus actions. I don't want to move from where I am. I'll stay in front of Velfie just in case. That will be my turn.
All right, and you'll see like little icicles start to form on the bottoms of Orange's legs as you take your move. And now it is Blue's turn. And Blue, seeing that everybody's kind of like huddled here and that you just cast a spell to slow his friend down, he's going to move up a little closer and try to throw 2 daggers at Friedrich. The first one is going to be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
For 4 points of piercing damage as he throws this dagger and it lands like in your shoulder. And then for the next one, he's going to throw in quick succession a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that does it as well.
All right, that's going to hit and do 4 points of piercing damage as well, as it's almost like the way he threw his daggers, both of them hit your shoulders and opposite shoulders. So you got like two little daggers hanging out right now, and that is going to be Blue's turn. It is now Beltov's go. And Beltov is going to shoot at Purple 3 times since he is next to Dahlia. And that is going to be... The first one is going to be an 18 to hit, so the first one definitely hits. Second one definitely hits. And third one does not. So the first two, he's going to take the damage for that one. And that is going to be, let's see how much he does. You're going to see him take 11 points of piercing damage on that first one as that arrow goes deep into his shoulder. And then... you're going to see another 14. So that was against Purple. 11 and 14 as both of those arrows hit really hard. But you're going to notice that arrow that missed is going to start to curve. And it is going to go for Blue. And instead of it hitting Purple, it's going to actually embed itself in the side of like... his neck pretty much for
Hot.
8 points of damage for Blue as that third arrow or that first arrow just curves and makes its way to Blue. And you're going to see Beltov's eyes shine very bright silver as he is just glaring daggers at these people. And that is his go. Red is now up. Red, seeing that there is a lot going on, is going to get right behind Ruin and try to do his 3 attacks against Ruin. That first, so these are going to be at advantage. First one's an 18 to hit. So 18 doesn't hit. He's going to try again for a 19 to hit.
Yep.
All right, that scimitar strike is going to be 6 points of slashing damage. And he's going to try one more time with his dagger. For a natural 20 for 25. And that is going to be 10 points of piercing damage as he manages to take his dagger and pretty much slice up your back.
Well, we're gonna Stone's Endurance that one. Oh wait, I can't. Oh yes, because it's a new turn. Yep.
Okay, cool.
7, 8. You said it was 10
10 points.
total. So I take 1 damage from that one.
Nice. So pretty much negate that crit as like, it's almost like your skin pushes the dagger out as he tries to drag it up your backside and doesn't do as much damage as he was originally thinking it was going to. And with that is now Velfi's go. What would Velfi like to do?
Velfi is going to whip out her pipes of haunting.
Whoa.
And she is going to play an eerie tune that will not affect Dahlia, Beltov, Friedrich, or Ruin, or myself. And they all need to make a... I just lost it. Where are you? They need to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
All right. Red is going to go first. Red got an 18. Blue got a 21.
Okay.
Green got a 19. Purple got a 9. And orange got an 11. So what happens with purple and orange?
Okay, so they become frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay.
And they can repeat their saving throw at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Okay. And they have disadvantage on their attacks because they're frightened, right?
Yeah, it says disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. Yes. Well, the
Awesome.
source of fear is within line of sight.
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
Let's go.
Got you.
Thank you.
And then bonus action, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Ruin.
Nice.
Oh, wait, no, wait, hold on. Wait,
Ooh.
let me check. I think I may have used them all. Oh no, I get him back after a short rest. Just kidding. Yes. Bardic inspiration on Ruin.
Nice. And with that, is there anything else you do on your turn?
I will move right here.
Okay, so flanking. Nice. Okay. And with that, it is now Orange's go, but Orange is frightened. Orange would have originally gotten advantage, so it's just going to be a straight roll now as he tries to go for Dahlia. And that first one's going to be a 21 to hit. All right, that is going to be 4 points of slashing as that scimitar comes in and it slashes across your back a little bit. And that next one's going to be a 7, so that definitely does not hit, but he's going to try to take his dagger as well when that scimitar attack misses and try to just slice your side for a 16 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. So that was originally 4 points of slashing, and now we're adding another 4 piercing as Orange takes its attacks. And with that, it is now Ruin's go. Oh.
I have a poisoned condition.
That would
Is
have
that-
passed. Yeah. That,
Okay.
That was from Friedrich hitting you with Ray of Sickness.
Yep.
Down in front. My bad.
Okay. I just saw that. I was like, wait, that's new.
So yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. That would have passed.
Beautiful.
Ruin, you're up.
Okay, I am going to use my Hexblade's Curse on red.
Okay.
And since Velfie is right there, I'm going to attack with advantage because that definitely hits. That's a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And
Hey, what you doing?
3, 7, 10 damage on the first hit.
Okay, 10 on the first one.
That one's cocked. Let's see what that turns into. Well, we'll take the 17.
17 hits.
Okay. And that is another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage. on the
8
second
points
one.
of damage as you attack him with your sword. Is there anything else to do on your turn?
Nope. I'm good.
All
I'm just gonna
right.
Stay right here.
With that, it is now Green's go, and Green is going to attack Ruin at advantage because he is not frightened with his 3 attacks. That first one is going to be... That first one doesn't hit with advantage. The next one is going to be an 18. That doesn't hit either, as he just keeps missing these scimitar attacks. He's going to try again with his dagger, and he misses with a 7. So all of his attacks go wide as he cannot seem to hit. And it is now Dahlia's turn.
Okay. I don't like that purple has managed to hit me several times. I'm going to take Reaper out, and I'm going to try to hit him with my scythe. Hopefully. 16.
16 hits.
Ah, okay, good. Where'd it go? There's another 4. There it is. Ten damage, and I'm also gonna pump a necrotic into it with my life
Ooh.
force. Oh, I could do 2. Okay. Wait. Okay, there it is. So 8 more damage.
Nice.
So that's 18. And then I take that out of my health. And I need him to do, for the form of dread,
Mm-hmm.
a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. He rolled a 14 plus 2, so 16.
Okay. Well, he's already frightened.
Was it- That was disadvantage.
Oh yeah, he's disadvantage
Ooh,
on.
I forgot. Oh, he gets on the saving throws as well, and not ability checks. Is it saving throws too?
Oh, sorry. No, it is ability checks and attack
Uh-oh.
rolls. My bad.
Okay.
Well, He's still afraid of Velfie, but he's not afraid
Yes.
of me yet.
Okay. Cool.
So, that will be my turn.
And he is looking pretty bloody at this point, and it is now Purple's turn. He's going to try and make attacks at disadvantage. Or actually, that would be a flat roll, because he would have advantage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so he'd have a flat roll. That first one's not going to hit with a 12. That next one is not going to hit with a 15.
Ooh.
And the next one is definitely not going to hit with an 8. So he's still pretty frightened after hearing that sound come from Velfie's pipes. And he just he sounds very nervous. He's not confident at all. As that's Purple's going, it is now Friedrich's turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to grab the Librum of Souls and Flesh by its spine and thrust it above my head. And around the same height, a ghastly bell appears over the head of Orange as I cast Toll the Dead. And that is a 14 wisdom save.
14 wisdom save. He makes 11.
So he takes 2d8. Actually, he has taken damage.
He has.
He takes 2d12.
Ooh.
Necrotic. That would be not bad. 12 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. And you, as this bell tolls,
It sort of falls onto him when it hits.
yeah, when it hits, it falls on him, and he takes that 12 points of damage. He's like, where the fuck did the bell come from? As like he is very confused as to who in the world cast that. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yes, actually. I would like to move backwards a little bit. I'm going to move right back here under this chandelier and just sort of hang out.
Sounds good. And with that, it is Blue's go. And Blue is going to get up right close and personal. And he's going to try and attack once for Ruin with a 22 to hit.
That would hit, except for I'm gonna cast shield.
Nice. So it bounces off. And when that bounces off, he's going to try and turn it around to Beltov to see if he can hit, which he does not. And then he's going to try and take his dagger. And since you use shield, try to take it against you for an 8, which doesn't hit. So none of his attacks hit. As he's just like, fuck, as nothing hits. And it is now Beltov's turn. And Beltov is going to look at Orange. Fuck right on off. As he tries to cast Inflict Wounds and like just touches the back of his head. And he misses. It just goes a little bit wide. As that is his turn. It is now Red's go, and Red is going to try and attack Ruin at advantage for the first one, which is going to be, don't worry about it, did not hit. And then he's going to try and swing back around to hit Velfie for a 20 to hit. A natural 20. All right, and that is going to be non-natural. 7
No, I
points
think
of
it said
slashing.
unnatural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unnatural.
Oh, okay.
Otherworldly. 7 points of slashing for that scimitar attack that he comes back around. He's going to try to use his dagger against you as well for a 14 to hit.
Yes.
All right, and that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage as he slashes across with a scimitar and pierces with his dagger. It is now your turn, Velfie.
Okie dokie. I am going to cast Bane at 3rd level.
Let's
and
go.
that should grab all of them.
Okay, go for it. What do I need to roll? Is it wisdom?
Charisma of 16.
Charisma of 16. Alrighty. Also, I forgot to ask, who was it? Orange and Purple get to try and re-roll to get out of that frightened.
Oh, yeah. At the end of their turn, I believe so. Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to roll for them first, see if they get out.
Okay.
First one is going to be Purple. He rolled a 10. And then the other one rolled a 14. I think they're still stuck, aren't they?
I think, oh, yeah, because it's, I think it's 15.
It's 15.
Yeah, DC
Okay.
15.
All
Yes.
right. And now the other ones are going to roll for Bane. Red rolled a 19. Blue rolled a 9. Green rolled a 15. Is this one a 15 as well?
No, this one is 16.
16. Okay, so he failed. Let's
Yeah.
see. Purple failed. And orange passed. So you've currently got blue, green, and purple baned.
Blue, green, and purple. Cool.
Yep. And is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I will cast Bardic Inspiration on Dahlia.
Nice.
Yeah.
8.
And that is a 1d8.
On any rolls or just attack and a bit safe?
I think it's attacks, ability checks, saving throws.
Yeah,
Perfect.
ability, attack, and saving.
Because bards are fun.
Yeah.
Diddly do.
All right. And with that, Bardic Inspiration. It is now Orange's go. Orange is going to try to send one attack to Dahlia. And that attack is going to be... it misses with a 12. And then it's going to try to take its other attack at Beltov for a 7, so it misses. And then it's also going to try to take its dagger. Let's see. At disadvantage. For a 16 to hit, which misses. So it misses all of its attacks. And it is now Ruin's go.
I'm going to keep going after Red because he's where my Hexblade's curse is. So...
Sounds good.
Good thing I have a Bardic Inspiration.
Hey, yo.
Does a 16
A
hit?
16 hits.
Ooh, that's 12 damage.
12.
Wait. 15, sorry. Because math.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So 15 points.
And-
He's looking
and
pretty
my
bruised.
second attack.
Go for it.
It's cocked. It's cocked, and it was on a 19, which would have been a crit. A 15?
15 hits. Meets it, beats it.
That is another 9 damage.
9 damage. Alrighty. Sounds good. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I have 3 guys around me, so I think I'm just gonna hang out.
It's gonna hang here. All right, sounds good. With that, it is now Green's go, and Green is baned. But he's going to try to take an attack on Ruin at advantage. That first one is going to be... Let's see, that was 2 20s. Minus Bane. I don't think he hits with a 16. He's going to
Does
try and hit with a natural 20 for a 25 to hit. And that natural 20 is going to be... Let me roll it. That is going to be 16 points of slashing damage with that second attack as he crits.
Wee.
And then he's going to try it one more time with his dagger. Let's see. For a 24, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it still hits.
Alrighty. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage as well.
Jesus.
As he gets that crit off in that really hard piercing attack against you. And that is going to be Green's turn. Dahlia, you're up.
All right. Yep. I'll just keep on going with my Reaper.
Go for it.
I should tell you which one I'm going to go at. I'm going to go after. Between pink and orange, which one's looking more bloody?
Purple, definitely.
Going for purple then.
Go for it.
All right. So 21.
21
Hit.
definitely hits.
Okay, I'm going to do 2d4 and also pump the necrotic as
Get it.
well. The life force. Ooh, 2 4s.
Nice.
Oh, it's a d6. 14. So 16 damage.
All right, he is not looking good, and he failed his wisdom save with an 8, so he is now frightened of you two.
Yes.
Be afeared.
Be afeared.
Ah.
Yeah, he is hurting real bad. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope, that is it for me.
All right, with Dahlia's turn gone, it is now Purple's, and Purple is going to still try and attack Dahlia, as Dahlia looks extremely frightening, and they do not hit with an 8. And then that next one is going to be, they do not hit with a 12 either. And they're going to try to take their dagger as a last ditch effort to try to hit, and they tried so desperately that they failed, and they rolled a nat 1. So he goes too far, and when he goes too far, he accidentally like slices his hand for an extra 4 piercing damage against himself, as Purple is hanging on by a thread.
I thought he was going to kill himself. I was like, oh, buddy.
I thought he did too. He is hanging on by a thread. Fuck that! As he like squeals, as he like slices his hand extremely deeply, and that is his go. It is now Friedrich's turn.
I'll be like, want me to kiss it, make it better?
No!
And Belltop's just gonna kind of.
Okay, how do you follow that? I will again thrust my book Arcane Focus skyward, and let's cast Toll the Dead on Blue.
Get it.
It's a 14 wisdom save.
14 wisdom
I
save.
think Blue is baned.
Blue is also baned. He rolled a 16, but with a D4, it's a 12.
He fails, so that'll be 2. Has he taken damage?
He has.
2d12 of necrotic. That will be. That one's cocked. It was good too, darn. 7 points of necrotic damage.
Perfect. Is there anything else to do on your turn?
No, I'm gonna sit pretty back here under the lights.
You're sitting pretty back there under the lights. You can see that the people, since you're sitting pretty, are kind of hovering underneath their tables as they're waiting for the fight to pass.
I will turn around and be like, just a moment. We'll have this handled shortly.
The person behind you is just going to shrug, and you get the idea. This happens quite often. They're used to it.
This is a Tuesday.
This is just a normal Tuesday.
Do they have their drinks under there? And
Yep.
just like...
They're just sitting. Some of them are even sitting cross-legged.
Placing bets, like I can bet the green one goes down.
You do see some people under the larger table where Dahlia and them are at, taking bets on who's going to run away, who's going to die. But a lot of them are just drinking their drinks, sitting cross-legged under the table. The bartender is actually just cleaning a mug, just watching as this fight commences. And with that, it is now Blue's go. And Blue is also Bane and just got the bell. He's going to try to attack Beltov first with his scimitar, which he is, which he is able to do. And you're going to see that scimitar go across Beltov's chest for 9 points of damage. And as soon as that slash comes down, he's going to try to take it upwards on Ruin to see if he can hit Ruin for a, with Bane, that's not going to hit. And then he's going to try to take his dagger as well and swipe upward on Ruin for a natural 20. And that is going to be 14 points of piercing damage as he lodges that dagger in.
Yep.
And with that, you're dead.
No, I said, oh God.
Oh, I thought you said you were dead. I was like, oh my no.
No.
That is Blue's go. And it is now Beltov's turn. And Beltov sees that Blue did a lot of damage to the big boy, to Ruin. So he's just gonna, I'm very fucking tired of this, and try to reach out and cast Inflict Wounds at 21. So he's able to hit, and you're gonna see him grab the shoulder of Blue. And you see Blue take 15 points of damage as like his shoulder looks like it just starts to turn black and wither away as like bits of his shoulder starts to fall off. You could just leave. And that is his turn. It is now Red's go. And Red is going to take one of its attacks against Ruin for he's got advantage for a 9 to hit, even with advantage, so that's going to miss. And he's going to take the other attack against Velfi for a 9 to hit, and that's not going to hit. He's also going to take his dagger towards Velfi for a 13 to hit.
Meets it.
Meets it. Velfi is going to take 5 points of piercing damage as he whips around with his dagger and tries to jam it into your shoulder. And that is his go. It is now Velfi's turn.
Okay, so Velfi is going to cast Healing Word at 3rd level for Ruin. So that is 3d4. Ooh. Ooh. That is 9 points of healing. And I will stay where I'm at.
Okay. And what would you like to do with your
And-
action?
Oh, is that?
Healing Word
Is
is
that
a
a
bonus
bonus
action.
Yeah,
Oh,
healing
it
word
is,
bonus.
isn't it? Oh, look at that. Oh. Okay, my action. You know what? We're gonna rapier Red.
Nice. And you get that at advantage.
Sick. Okay. that's how
I
she
just-
attacks.
so-
She's doing her best, okay?
Doing amazing.
Wonderful.
Okay, so, oh, thank God, that's an advantage. Okay, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
That hits.
Okay. So that is 1d8, 7, 8, 9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of piercing. Let's see. Alrighty. He is looking pretty bloodied.
Sick.
Is there anything else to do on your turn?
That shall be it.
Alrighty. And with that, it is now Orange's go. And Orange is still... I don't know if I rolled for him, but... Did I roll for there? No, I didn't. Let me see if I get out of that
No.
frightened. I don't
Yeah.
think he does. With a 10. And with that, he's going to try and attack Dahlia once. He does not hit Dahlia with a 7. He's going to try to go for Beltov. And since that is a disadvantage, he does not hit Beltov. And he's going to try to hit Beltov one more time. And he does not hit Beltov as he tries and he misses all of his attacks. And that is Orange's go, but it is now Ruin's go. What would Ruin like to do?
Ruin's gonna keep attacking Red.
Go for it.
'cause,
Oh.
that definitely hits. That's 20 plus, and
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
hits.
23.
Yeah.
That would be 10 damage.
10. Okay. He is looking real bad.
That is a 19.
Which crits?
No, 19 total.
19 total. Okay. Yeah, that hits.
And another 10 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Ruin is like bloody and tired and is just like fucking done with these syndicate and just cuts into him and cuts him down and gains 11 hit points back.
Nice. And with that, it is now Green's go. And they want you alive, so they're going to try their best to still like get you down so where they can keep you alive. So Green's going to attack, doesn't get the advantage anymore. That's an 8 to hit, doesn't hit. That's also a 7 to hit, doesn't hit. And then with his dagger, he's going to manage. He is still baned. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Dirty 20 hits. He's going to do 7 points of piercing damage against you as both of his scimitar attacks don't make it, but he manages to stab you in the gut. And that is his go. It is now Dahlia's turn.
I could have taken a potion as a bonus action. I forgot.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna deal with my decisions.
I'm gonna deal with my decisions.
All right, still going for pink. Another
Go for it.
side. What is that? Ooh, that's a natural 19 plus. Just what I know. Plus 5. So that's 14. Nope, 24.
24 to hit
Yes.
for the pinkish purple guy.
Pink.
Go for
Yes.
it. All right, let's go.
I might not pump life force in. I think I'm gonna skip life force for this one.
Okay.
Okay, that worked out. 11 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to take his head off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just like with my scythe, just like take his head off. And then I just slowly turn around to orange. It's like, next.
And as he sees his friend's head rolling, he just watches. And then his head turns back to you, and he's got these wide saucer eyes. Is there anything else to do on your turn?
Oh, I didn't use my bonus action. I don't think I have anything fun. Yep, no, I don't have anything fun. We're all good.
All right. And with that, Friedrich, you're up.
Okay. I am going to do a quick sidestep, and as Orange has turned to face Dahlia in fear, I'm going to blast him with the most sickening ray of sickness
Oh no.
Oh, good.
with my very last spell slot. So please work.
Go for it.
It's a 23 hit.
23
nice.
hits.
Nice.
Dahlia's having flashbacks as he casts it. Like, ah!
It's
Watch
coming at me
out!
again.
4! 15 points of poison damage.
All right. 15 points. And it's a Constitution saving throw, right?
Is con save 14.
You rolled that one.
That'll do it.
So he is poisoned. He just got out of his frightened with an 18, and now he is poisoned. So he's back at disadvantage. Is there anything else to do on your turn?
That'll be my turn.
All right, and with that, it is now Blue's go. Blue is going to step right between where Ruin and Beltov are, still staying with the in contact and to avoid that opportunity attack. He's going to try to attack Ruin for that first one with advantage, and that is going to be, let's see, a 24 to hit, but he is baned. So 21.
Yeah, it still hits.
All right, and that is going to be 7 points of slashing, and he's going to turn. As soon as that attack hits, he's going to do a pirouette and try to slash down at Velfi for a 13 to hit.
Meets it.
Meets it. All right, here we go. That is going to be 8 points of slashing damage, and he's also going to come in with a dagger for a natural 20.
Okay.
And so the first one was 8 slashing, and then you get 12 piercing as this dagger goes into Velfi's side. And
How many nat 20s is that? Is that 3 from the enemy?
That's 3.
Ooh.
I've never rolled this many nat 20s.
Who taught these guys how to fight?
For real.
But with that, that is Blue's go. It is now Beltov's turn, and Beltov is going to take his bow out and put 3 arrows in it and try to hit green with all 3. That first one is going to be a 30 to hit.
I'd say yes.
Next one's a 19 to hit. And then the next one's a 28 to hit. So all of those hit as you all see these 3 arrows go right into his body. First one's going to be a 9 points of damage against green. Then we have 14. And then we have 13 as these arrows hit deep, and you just see a flash of silver, and that's Beltov's go. It is now Red's go, but Red is dead. It is now Velfie's go.
So I think Belfie will. What is this? We'll cast Tasha's Mind Whip at 3rd level,
All right.
and she's going to target green and blue.
Green and blue. What do I need to do?
Okie dokie. They need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. Blues is going to be, blue fails with a 5. And so does green. They both fail with a 5.
Sick. All right, so they take 3d6 of psychic damage,
Nice.
which will be 12 points of psychic damage.
All right. So they take 12 points of psychic damage each. And they're not looking too hot. They're getting really, really bruised. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
I can use my dagger on blue, right?
You can.
So that's a bonus action?
Yep.
Sick. All right.
Get him.
Let's do it. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 to hit. Let's go.
All right. So that is 1d4, which is 4 plus 2, so
Nice.
6.
And then do you add the plus modifier for the damage attacks? Or
Do
is
you?
it just a straight roll?
If it's your, is it from the 2-weapon fighting
Offhanded,
Yeah.
yeah.
thing? I think it's just the straight damage from
Okay.
the
Okay.
So then that would be
weapon.
4.
But 4. Nice. Okay, so you do an
So
extra
no pluses
4
on bonus.
damage. He's definitely not looking good. He is not looking happy as you managed to really dig that dagger in. Is there anything else to do on your turn?
That shall be my turn.
Nice. It is now Orange's go. Orange is really poisoned. He's not having a good day, but he's gonna still try to attack Dahlia as she is very scary and made his friend's head roll. And that is going to be, the first one was a 19. And okay, nice. So with it, disadvantage, that's still a 19 to hit. That is going to be 9 points of slashing damage on that first one. And he's going to take his next scimitar attack for a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Doesn't hit. And then last but not least, that dagger, he's going to try to swipe up, and he does not hit with a 13, but he got that scimitar attack in, even though he's like really greenish and looks like he's going to puke. That is Orange's go. It is now Ruin's go.
I'm gonna go after blue. I don't dare
Get 'em.
move right now because that's 17 to hit on the
17
first
hits.
one. Rolling like poop on damage. That's 5 damage on the first hit.
5 damage. Alrighty. And what is the next one?
That is a 25
That
to hit.
hits. Yeah, that hits.
Hey, there we go. That's 11 on the second.
11. He looks like he is about to keel over at any moment.
And I'm gonna bonus action take a potion because
Nice. Roll a D. Is it roll a D4 and add 2?
or it's 2d4.
2D4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2. 4, 5, 6, 8. I get 8 points back. Yay! Ah.
Sounds good. Is there anything else I do on your turn?
Nope, because I am flanked and I don't want to move. And
All right. It is now Green's turn. Green is still banged, but he gets advantage because he is flanking. And that first one, let's see, is going to be an 18 to hit, which does not hit. And then with advantage, that next one is going to be 16 to hit, which does not hit. And that next one is going to be a 21 to hit with his dagger. 19 to hit.
meets it, beats
Meets
it.
it, beats it. He's going to try to attack with, or try to do damage with his dagger. Does 4 points of piercing. And that is all he can do. And it is now Dahlia's turn.
All right, let's go after Orange with my scythe.
Get him.
Do it. Ooh, okay. 21.
That hits.
And we are going to pump in life force.
Nice.
Boop, and 17 damage.
17. He is not feeling very good at all with that hit. That hit hard. Is there anything else you do on your turn?
That is it for me.
All right, that is it for Dahlia. She gets that really hard hit with that scythe. It is now Friedrich's go.
I'm going to see Green over there harassing Ruin and throw my book up in the air and cast Toll the Dead on him.
All
It's
right.
a 14 whiz save.
Whiz save.
14 wisdom save. He rolled a 14 on the die, plus 2, 16. But
Is he banned?
Green is baned for a 14, minus 2.
Meet it. So 14 minus 2 or 14?
It was 16 minus 2, so 14.
So he beat it then. No effect.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? As that spell just doesn't quite hit.
No. Well, yeah, I'm going to move up just a little bit closer to the action.
Alrighty. And with that, it is now Blue's turn. And Blue is going to try to take one of its scimitar attacks against Ruin for a, let's see, he is flanking. So that is a 21 to hit minus 1, so a dirty 20.
Hits.
All right, that is going to be 6 points of slashing damage. And then he's going to turn around and try to hit Beltov, which he does not because he rolled a nat 1. And you're going to see that he goes a little too far and slices himself across his arm. And he is actually going to take... You're going to see...
Did he kill himself?
You're going to see he hit himself a little too hard as he just cut in the right way. And he just splutters and falls over. As Blue is done.
Oh, buddy.
As Blue is done. And it is now Beltov's go. And Beltov is also going to see that Green is hitting Ruin with everything he's got. So he's going to do the same. He is going to... That first one is going to be a natural 20. So...
Oh, thank God.
With
The
a natural
ally
20.
is hitting with a natural 20.
Even with the natural 20 though, he didn't do, let's see, this one. He does 20 points of damage against Green. And you're going to see that one arrow just pops him right in the center of his head and he just falls over. He is dead. And then he's going to take his other ones, his 2 other attacks that he can do at disadvantage. But he's going to hit with a 26 for that first one. And then with disadvantage, he's still going to hit with a 22. So both of those are going to hit as he just basically lines up his arrows straight at this guy's head and releases them at Orange. And he is going to take, let's see, 11 and 9. And you're also going to see that these arrows pierce his neck and down goes Orange.
Nice.
Yay. Ow.
Yeah,
This is a lovely room of death.
As you all are now out of initiative.
I'm going to look through their pockets.
All right. Give me, if you are looting the bodies, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Investigation.
Fucked.
Yes.
Come on.
That might as well help.
17.
17,
19.
19,
17.
I dropped
17,
25.
25. All righty. So there were 6. So who's taking which body? Who's getting 2? Who's getting 1?
Pink was mean to me. I want pink.
You want pink? Okay. So
I don't
I
think
guess
I'm
I'm
down
going-
anybody. I'll take leftovers.
Orange was next
get-
to me. You could take orange.
I guess
Got
I'm
orange.
going blue. I'll go blue, and because blue and red are like piled on top of each other. Because
all right. So how I'm assuming is Ruin gets 2, Velfie gets 2, Dahlia gets 1, Friedrich gets 1. Everybody roll me a D100.
D100.
I dropped Form of Dread, by the way.
All right. So no more scary lady.
Wow.
60.
47.
All righty. So let's go Ruin first. You said 60?
Yep.
Roll me 2 D12s.
16.
So separately, what are the 2 D12s? Sorry.
11 and 5.
All right. For 11, you get an unholy symbol. It's always cold to the touch. And it's got
boy.
this almost like a star pattern. But it's black and red. And it's always cold. And then you said the other one was 5?
Yes.
You find a skull. It's covered in runes. And you get the idea the teeth might chatter.
Oh boy.
Dahlia,
That
you
sounds
rolled.
great.
You rolled a what?
47.
47. Alrighty, roll me a D12.
Where's this? 5.
With a 5, you also find a skull covered in runes.
Must be a cult thing, maybe?
I like hold it up and I like look at Dahlia with the skull. Like,
You want there?
no.
Okay.
Velfie, roll a D100. What did you roll for your D100?
13.
13. Roll me 2 D12s and tell me each of the D12s.
2D12. Okay, first one is a 2.
You find a steel lock.
Okay.
There is no key.
All right. Second one is a 5.
You find fingerless gloves.
Fashion.
I was
Thanks.
going to be real excited if she also found a skull.
But yeah, you find some fingerless gloves. And Friedrich, what was your D100?
I got a 51.
Roll me a D12.
A 1.
You find a bronze hourglass. It's a beautifully designed hourglass, and the sand inside is black.
Oh no, time is really running out.
Oh,
Oh, there's
buddy.
onions everywhere.
Roll your heart attack check.
As the fight comes to a close, Beltov's going to look at Ruin. You really pissed someone off, didn't you? And he's going to hand you a health potion.
Yes, I did. I'm just going to straight down it without even like blinking.
And we're going to say you get the full effect of that as you take it pretty much as an action. So 2d4, so 8 plus 2, 10.
Yay!
And then as the bodies have now hit the floor, you've pretty much taken your loot from the bodies. The people are going to start coming out from underneath the table. They're going to put their glasses and their shots and their cards back on the table. And they're going to act as if nothing happened as the bodies are still just laying on the floor.
Nice.
I get the sense this happens often here. Is that correct?
You'd be surprised. And Beltov's going to go back to the table y'all were at, sit the way he was, and grab his beer off the table. As he very quickly casts something, and you notice that at least the blood splatters aren't in here anymore.
I think I'm going to go slump back down into a chair.
Yeah, I will also be slumping.
Do the bodies have any like matching tattoos or any indications of a gang?
They do not.
Yeah.
Not that you can see.
What about the
Rip 'em down.
daggers? Are any of the daggers or scimitars the same?
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. So it is a 16.
You see like a little symbol on each of the weapons, and it's like a black star. Almost like how some blacksmiths like stamp their work. Very
If I
similar
go
to
around
that.
and collect them all, how many will I have?
You would have 6 scimitars.
Just the
and-
daggers.
Just the daggers, okay. Just the daggers, you would have 12.
Jeez.
Hold
they all
on,
have
let
the
me pull-
simmers?
Let me pull these out of my spine.
I think I have a
Sorry.
couple on my shoulders too.
And there were 6 scimitars and 12 daggers.
And all of them have the symbol.
Yes.
I'll go over to Beltov. Does the symbol mean anything?
I've heard of a syndicate, but
Eh,
they're
Shadow Syndicate.
yes, they, from my understanding, are a little newer.
They seem to not be in agreement with the and I like tilt my head towards the door to pleasures, because didn't you say there was like a
There is a hallway.
like a pass through?
Yeah, he thinks he's in charge, Danny. Has been since Sydonea was founded, I believe.
Who is he?
Theron.
You're
He's been alive that long.
From what I have learned, he is very old.
And cruel.
And not the nicest.
Do you know this Demetrius name that they dropped?
I do not know a Demetrius.
Do you know if the Shadow Syndicate goes topside? Ever?
He's gonna like really think for a second. I don't think so. I think they are mainly focused down here.
All right, so Ruin does not come down here alone, ever. If at all.
Yeah, they really do not like you. What did you do?
We were attacked coming out of the tattoo parlor, and apparently 2 of the attackers were vampires, and one of them isn't here anymore. So I think the
Oh.
other one must be
Oh.
Demetrius.
Oh.
Dead.
Yeah,
That's what he
Thank
means.
you so much.
I
for the
think you figured
clarification.
that out, Professor Micah. Where would we be without you?
I was more concerned over the chompers.
Why?
Well, I mean, my very limited understanding of these vampires. It sounds like they've created some kind of coven down here.
Great. That's fun. That's great.
Yeah, on top of all the other things we have to deal with, vampires were not what I was.
I could seduce him.
That I would I would
don't,
refrain.
I don't think that's how that goes.
Might
mean,
need to.
I'm not
someday,
as-
I don't know.
I'm not as familiar with your smutty books as obviously you are.
It's just a thought. I don't know. Just, unhinged thoughts just blurt out of my mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
A stressful day. And
I think it
with
might be
that-
time for me to leave either way.
Yeah, we should get you topside. And a healer.
Yeah, you're not
Or just-
looking too great.
That's an understatement.
Well, thank you, Belta, for helping us immensely.
It was my pleasure. I got to look dapper while doing it. And he's just gonna like
Hmm.
play with his eyeglasses or his sunglasses.
So should we go topside? Get
Um,
ruined to bed.
yeah, I am curious while we're here. This is a bar called the Clever Slug. The name does not lend itself to what this place is. But Pleasures next door, is it so aptly named, or what happens in there? Because I thought this was a bar and it's more like an arena.
At this
Think
time,
of smut books, Professor.
Take a long
at
drink.
this time, your food's gonna come out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally forgot we
Ooh.
ordered something.
I am.
And the person who brings out your food is a younger orc. And his face goes a very deep green as you are asking what happens in Pleasures. Yep, here's your order. Puts it down and leaves.
Thank you.
Well,
She digs in.
All I mean is
Yeah.
this is called the Clever Slug, and I'm sure we're not about to eat slug as I look at it and see if I
I
can
don't even.
determine what it is.
Ruin's not even. Ruin's
Yeah,
not even
Dahlia's just
caring
in.
right now. It's just.
It's actually a hearty meal. You have some potatoes, you have a few vegetables and like a pork chop off the side.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. Delicious.
Quite tasty.
I didn't order anything.
I did.
Oh, you give me a gift and then you feed me. You're a woman after my own heart. As he just starts eating.
A peace offering. Started off wrong foot.
He's gonna look at Friedrich with a mouthful of food. See, I'm rather nice.
I never doubted you for a moment.
Yes, you did.
But to answer your question, Pleasures is quite aptly named. It is a pleasure house.
I mean, I would have assumed that, but
That means sex, Professor.
yes, I
I
am.
just figured I would clear that up for you before you asked any more questions.
That really answers it. It's very on the nose. Yes. Okay. I suppose those things do happen at some point in this dreary city. Does it connect?
Yes.
I just point at the hallway.
And you would actually see somebody coming down, like very scantily dressed, like going to the bar to grab some
Like-
drinks to take back.
I'm like pointing down the hallway, and now I'm pointing at a half naked person. It's like,
I see. Well, okay.
I'm so curious, Professor. Are you interested?
I mean, you can probably tell I don't hang around areas of such repute often. They certainly don't have them topside that I'm aware of.
Never
so-
could have guessed.
Yeah, I don't know what gives it away. I know I look like I'm very experienced, but I heard someone say once there's book smarts and there's street smarts, and I think I have the former.
Very well put.
What were you and your mother doing with the hands? What was that?
Oh. And he's going to like just do a sign. This is how we communicate.
Other words?
They represent words.
Ollie's gonna try to think back to Crow's signs that she was giving her and try to replicate it.
Give me a performance check.
Let's check. Okay. 13.
You think you did it right, and then he just giggles a little bit.
Don't you still have that bardic inspiration that you never used from I'm just
Yes. Okay. Yes. I always forget. 8, so 13. Dirty 20. Thank you.
Nice.
Got you.
So yeah, you're able to replicate the sign that Crow did earlier.
What
And-
does this mean?
So you know some signs. Stay safe. Be careful.
Dahlia will remember this.
And he's gonna sign something else. This sign means thank you.
She'll copy it and try to remember it.
And he's just gonna very gently take her hands and correct her form a little bit.
Okay.
There you go. Well, seems like we've gotten to know each other quite a bit. Sounds like we'll be getting to know each other a lot more if you continue down the path you're going.
If we survive our mission.
Yeah, if you don't die as
Yeah.
well, please don't die. That would be wonderful.
Never know when we're
Wow.
on the field.
I mean, I almost died and we didn't even leave the city, so
Death here is just as likely as it is out there. I'd argue even more so.
I'm gonna go topside and go to bed.
Yeah.
So we gotta
Oh.
leave early in the morning.
Great idea.
Well, if you all want an escort back, I don't mind.
Wouldn't hurt.
I won't turn it down.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah, you're right.
She doesn't say that. Vex does. Vex doesn't mind.
Dahlia's like, fine, whatever. Yeah, sure.
All right, well, let's get you topsiders back home.
Thank you. Off we go.
Horace, sorry about the mess. I can come back and get the bodies out of your shop later. Horace just kind of looks. "Ugh. Somebody will come get them later. Either that or I'll just drag them out and we'll burn them, one or the other.
Are we sure that was a pork chop?
Professor, just don't think about it too hard, okay? You just eat it and move on. If you don't vomit it up, you're probably fine.
It's like buying food at the fair. You don't question it, you just eat it.
Beltov's just gonna slightly nudge you. Oh, they saved that for the bottom layers.
Ooh.
He's just gonna chuckle and walk off.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna ask.
Dahlia just pushes him. Just stop thinking so much.
And Beltov is standing at the door, like holding it open for each of you.
Thanks,
Go
Beltov.
through.
You are quite welcome.
I'm glad to, it's like I'm gonna walk by Beltov and be like, I'm glad you're not as creepy as the professor seems to think that you are. And
I don't ever know what I did to that man. But the fact that he cares so much for you all is a good sign.
I'll just give a brief nod as I walk through the door.
He looks like he debates tripping you for a second and then changes his mind.
Trip a senior citizen.
Ah, better not. Nothing, my dear friend. Keep going.
I've walked on. Yeah. I'm trying to catch up with Ruin.
All right, so have we all left?
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so you all are able to make your way topside. It's really crowded. Like the whole disturbance that you all had at the Clever Slug seems like, at least to these people, nothing ever happened. It's just a normal day in the underground as you all are able to make your way to the staircase and climb all of those stairs up. You hear the clinks of the metal steps as you make your way. You all are now topside. You can see the moon is shining bright through the sphere as the light blue of the sphere showcases on the ground. And you all are able to start heading your way home. Is there anything you wanted to do on the way?
I think Belfie will kind of keep pace with Professor and just casually ask, "How is your soul research going so far?"
I haven't had much chance to dive into it, but I did get a book from Seraphina that I'm hoping it's not too late tonight to take a look at, or perhaps maybe on the road, depending on how far we have to travel tomorrow. So it's beginning, but it's promising. Why do you ask?
I was just curious, souls are a new topic to me. People kind of don't really talk about it at all, so I don't know. I was just curious. And I guess like again, if you ever need someone to bounce ideas off of, I'm here. If you want to chat about it, I'd love to learn.
That would be wonderful because it's also very new to me. I've never seen the soul on an anatomy chart anywhere. I have no idea what to make of this, but so yes, it would be really great to sort of, think out loud a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool. Great. I'm glad you're researching it.
Yes, you have to always be learning. That's what I always say. You're never too old to learn something new.
Very wise, as always.
I try. What about that Beltov gent? What's your read on him after tonight?
Well, he doesn't give me the heebie-jeebies anymore. He presented himself well, and I can see us running into him more often.
Sounds like it. And yeah, he did. He was helpful. I mean, perhaps our first meeting was a misunderstanding, but you have to be cautious around these parts. Particularly around those parts.
Yeah. Now I just have to figure out what to tell Andir because he still thinks he was stalking me.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll see him topside again. Not Andir, I'm sure we will, but Beltov.
Yeah. I wonder too. I'm sure we will. I feel like it.
He seems to find us. So I'm sure it will happen.
Maybe it's you. Maybe he has some sort of obsession with you too.
I don't know. He didn't seem very friendly to me tonight. He seemed rather standoffish. Perhaps I asked for it, but he was still useful in a fight.
Very useful.
And he seems to know something that we don't. But
yes.
he wants to tell us in some way. It's almost like he wants to tell us something that he doesn't think we're ready for.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out how to gain his trust and have him understand that we are trustworthy as well.
I agree. So, good night. It was a good night. We went to the underground for the first time. We almost died twice.
Mm-hmm.
We had tattoos and books and pets, and it was a lot.
Went on a little
Yes.
shopping spree. It was
Yeah.
fun.
It was great. Tomorrow morning is going to come very quickly.
Yes.
Too quickly, probably.
Too quick. I feel like they don't really give us a ton of space in between our missions, which it would be nice to just kind of catch a breath, but duty calls.
Yes, I suppose it does. I mean, what happens if we show up a little bit later than usual?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? I mean,
exactly.
I don't know.
You know, we wake up a little later, maybe grab some breakfast at the Enchanty, and
There's an idea. You see a slight little sparkle in Friedrich's eye. I love tea,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not much of a rule breaker either, so I don't know.
Well, I feel like as of late, you are verging. You went down to the underground.
I got a tattoo and I told someone to fuck off.
Mm-hmm. practically a gang member.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Good deal. Good deal.
And while this conversation with Velfie
That's all I got.
and Friedrich is happening, are Dolly and Ruin doing anything?
She's just walking quietly.
Yeah, I think Ruin's walking quietly, kind of going back, thinking of the books that the professor found, the Shadowfen virus, and that Goliaths are from, and like all of the things that also every time like he moves his shoulders and stuff like that, everything hurts because he's been stabbed. And he's like, okay, oh god, oh, I gotta go to bed.
Do you want me to carry your pack?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Everything hurts already.
It looks like you put a rock in there or something.
Oh, this, and I pull the book out and I like half drop it and it like hits the ground. Like I kind of want it to like hit something. And it was like, yeah, heavy book.
Okay. So you sometimes stay at the bar? They have rooms there?
Yeah. I don't know how many rooms he has, but I never really felt at home in anywhere near Ignatius or anything there, so
Yeah. Might try it.
Are y'all being stealthy with this conversation?
Adalia wasn't.
no. I think it's just a passing conversation.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be brave and do that tonight. Yeah. Well, rebellion never hurt. Wow.
It kind of hurts, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah.
Rebellions can be a necessary evil.
Yeah.
Wait, was that a, oh, right, Beltov's still here.
I was like, who the
All
fuck is
right.
that?
I was like,
JR still
I
walking
was
with
like,
Beltov.
I was like, did somebody like sneak up on us? It's like, I'm here. What the fuck?
Stop.
Hello there.
No, Beltov's just been quietly walking
No,
with
I'm
you
not-
all.
Yeah. I've got nothing to hide from Beltov at this point.
Hmm. Necessary evil.
And with that, are you all heading to your places of rest?
Dahlia's going to go to the bar and get a room and see if she can.
And as everybody starts to walk off, Beltov's very gently gonna like tap Dahlia's shoulder, just very gently.
Okay.
And as everybody is walking off, he's waiting until everybody's gone. This wasn't by choice, was it?
No.
And you're gonna kind of see him get lost for a second.
You know what it is?
I have an idea.
How do you know?
Seen how they work. Especially with the greasy one's name popping up quite often.
The greasy one.
I'll see what I can do, if that is what you want.
To take it off. Yeah.
I'll see what I can manage.
Don't get hurt for it.
I won't get hurt.
It's Ignatius.
And Ignatius can kiss my ass. I'll find something.
She's going to sign be safe.
He's going to sign thank you. And then he's also going to sign be safe. As he disappears.
She'll go up to her room and sleep in a different place for the first time in years.
And with that, what is everyone else doing?
I feel like Ruin goes straight to bed. Goes straight to bed. He kind of contemplates going into the bar, and then was just like, because he's just covered in wounds and kind of wants to sit down and go through that book even more, and just kind of not looking for anything in particular, just for the first time giving a crap about what's in a book.
Give me an investigation check.
That is a 10.
So you're not going to get too terribly much with a 10. However, you do notice a little map. And it's got a circle on it. And it mentions this is where the Goliaths stay. And I'll send you a picture of the map with a circle later tonight.
Okay.
And as you look through the book, you're able to fall asleep. Would Ruin fall asleep with this heavy book on him? Like it's like almost like a little comfort blanket.
No, he'd like be like reading it, and then it would be like almost sitting at the foot of his bed, and would like just lay down after he just couldn't read anymore, or all of the everything that had happened today just kind of finally hit him, and he's just like, ugh.
And while that is happening, Friedrich, what are you doing?
So I'm going back to my apartment, and I'm gonna take the book that I got from Seraphina that I sort of stashed away, and I'm debating, because I know I have an obsessive personality when it comes to learning, and if I get too into it, I may be up all night. So I'll just sort of do something I like to do occasionally: open the book to a random page and just start reading what I see.
Give me an investigation check.
21.
With a 21, you're on the page that talks about Aurelia School of Necromancy and what it requires of some of its students. There is a ritual in this book for students to complete in order for them to grasp the concept of their soul. It then goes into details about how some people don't have a soul. Very few are born without one. But some people barter theirs away. You also see towards the bottom of the page, it talks about a god named Necrosix, the god of death, the creator of necromancy magic. And there is rumor to be descendants of Necrosix, and they have the power of the dead.
The first time I've heard that name, or that deity.
Yes.
Now, what about the school? That sounds familiar.
That is the School of Necromancy in the north.
Didn't I hear that somewhere before?
Gibby.
Yeah. Gibeon. Okay, that's going to be my sign that one, there's some real substance to this, and two, it's way too late to get into this. What I am going to do, though, is find a small little scrap of parchment somewhere and mark that page, close the book, put it with my stuff that I plan to take out tomorrow morning.
All right. And with that, you're able to...
Because I don't dog-ear pages, come on.
And with that, you're able to get settled in for the night. Belfie, as you're making your way home, you will notice there are alumium flowers sitting outside of your door. They're a bright purple, and they're in a little vase with a bunch of water. And there's a note and a stone next to them.
Oh. Just gonna pick up the note and the stone.
The note says, I am heading out on another mission, but found these today at one of the shops and immediately thought of you. The stone is a sending stone that is connected to mine. It allows you to send up to 25 words a day to mine, if you would like. I am looking forward to dancing with you soon.
She's got this huge grin on her face. She's gonna pick up the flowers, and she's gonna put the stone in her bag. And she's gonna walk into her dorm and set the vase on her desk. Huge smile still. And then she's going to drop her bag on the floor, plop down in her desk chair, and disassociate. She's going to 1,000-mile stare at the floor as a few tears stream down her face. And then after a little bit, she's going to kind of come to, take a deep breath, put on a smile, and dig in her bag and pull out the love potion. and examine that.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Ooh. 23.
23. It is a deep pink. And while you're investigating it, you're able to uncork it, and it smells like schnickelbums. And that is the same scent you were met with when you met Fox. And it is the same scent that when Antir asked Velfi to the ball and he got excited, that smell leaked out. And you notice that there is an instruction manual on the back that tells you how to use it. It has to be, this is a potion that has to be ingested. And it will last for a week unless you provide more. But it has to be ingested.
Okay. Cool. So that's all she sees? That's all the manual says?
That is all the manual says.
Okay.
So you would know that this love potion, the duration lasts a week. And it has to do with somehow either drinking it, eating it, or anything else like that. But Belfi would know, with investigating that she has never ingested anything or drank anything from Fox or from Antir.
Okay. It's true. All right. So she's going to cork it, put it in a drawer in her desk, and then she's going to grab, maybe pick a book out of the many that I bought. She's gonna do the book on creating souls and just kind of flip that open to a random page as well.
All right, give me an investigation check.
18.
With the page you turn to, you get an ingredients list. And it says material components to make a soul. Celestial particles. Some kind of energy source blessed by a god or a goddess. Eternal flame. A flame that never dies out. Does it represent emotions like love and anger? Fate threads. Lifelines found only with the deities of fate. Luminous essence. Brown crystal found in the deepest of caves. Is this what represents hope? Wisdom crystal. Pure knowledge condensed into a crystal representing the creature's ability to think not only with their mind, but with their heart as well. And lastly, stardust. Everything is connected. This is what allows a soul to enter a body. Components must be combined by a magic user pure of heart, or the soul is corrupted.
Okay. So she's going to turn to this page. Her eyes are going to be wide as she's reading it, because now there's a bit of hope. She's feeling what she thinks is hope. And she's going to fall asleep.
And with that, you are all able to get a long rest.
Finally.
But
Yay,
Friedrich-
long rest button.
As you fall asleep, everything fades to black. And you see your first class, the very first class you taught. They're all beaming at you with these beautiful smiles, ready to take on your anatomy class. And then it very quickly fades. And you see every one of those students rotting, lying dead, bleeding from different wounds, as they are just corpses of your students. And then it fades. And then you see your current class. The ones that were so bright-eyed when you came in, talking about, Professor Friedrich's here. Professor Friedrich's back. Yay, he's back. And then it flashes, and you see all of them in the same situation as your first class. You see Axe and Z. Axe trying to grab a hold of his brother. Z, just a soulless husk of an armor piece. You see Sammy with a drawing of this awful creature with some kind of tentacles coming from it. You see the young girl that said the last substitute didn't know shit, was absolutely stupid, laying in like this bloodless heap. And then you see Velfie with a hole in the back of her skull. And then everything fades. As a professor is somehow outliving all of his students. And this nightmare repeats and repeats and repeats. As you were all able to get a long rest, and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that was uplifting.
Oh no.
Just defeat into your own mortality.
Yay, you get DM-based mental scars now too.
It was honestly all just like, oh man, NPC, and then the Velfie part, just like,
Stuck into that wound and
Yeah.
twisted.
Stuck that dagger in and twisted it.
Thank you so much for watching episode 14 of the Order of Narvosc. Episode 15 will be released on March 13th. Please do not forget to follow our wonderful players. They are wonderful in-game and out and deserve your support. If you're interested in Narvosc merch, make sure to check the description below. And if this is the kind of content you enjoy, please press that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when the next video comes out. And as always, be the light that drives out the shadow, adventurer. I'll see you later.